check in with Miss Sandra or Miss Melissa. They will have a list of names. We want to make sure that you are in the right place at the right time. That way we can run in an orderly fashion. As your number starts to come up, you will transfer over. Hey guys, I'm talking. If you're not paying attention and you miss your turn, I can't guarantee the fact that you're going to run
Welcome
today. We
back.
got a lot of people to cover, okay?
This is
So please pay
Wave
attention.
2 of
When your
National
turn is
Ninja
coming up,
League
we'll have
World
somebody bring you over
Championship,
closer
Stage
to the
1,
start line
Wave
behind
2.
the spectators' bleachers.
Ryan
Okay?
Stratus
Once it's your
reviewing
turn,
the
you'll
rules.
stand up there, check in with the NinjaWorks table, and then that'll be it. We'll get you going, all right? It'll sound like this. One person will be starting at the start red taped off area. I will say, look at my coaches. I will say, course is set. Get a thumbs up. Clock is set. Get your name and the time set up there. Competitor ready. You give me the thumbs up. I give the timekeeper a thumbs up, and then off you go. You get the traditional boop, 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 beep, thanks to NinjaWorks and their awesome time system. All right? So that'll be that, and that's how we start. I'm going to go over the general rules, and then we'll start going over individual rules as we go. Okay, everybody pay attention, please. This counts for all stages. No resetting of obstacles. Once element has been engaged, competitor must continue on. Once we have defined the obstacle, all other elements around the course will be off limits. May include, but not limited to, truss, crash pads, walls, etc. Red flag. You see a red flag thrown, that means you failed the obstacle, you are out of bounds. All right. Yellow flag. I will drop this if I see something that might need a video review, okay? I'll try not to make you aware of it. That way you can focus on still trying to finish. If it's something questionable, I'll drop it. We'll look at the tape. I'll let you know. Let's say you finish the course. I'll let you know afterwards, hey, we need to look at something. Potentially you got out of bounds, okay? All right. Once a fail or clear happens, the competitor must exit the course. Please, we got a lot of people today. We want to make sure that you're either consoling your friends or celebrating with your friends off to the side, not on the course, no bum rushing the course. Okay, we got a lot going on. On-deck competitors must be in designated area in order to run in a timely manner. Area is identified by the red tape. Okay, one friend or family member may be in that area taped off to record or to be yelling encouragement, kind of giving them a heads up of what the time is. Okay, so they can be over in that red taped off area, in that area only. All right, it's all good, guys. We'll get it figured out. Okay. Might be a little delay, but that's okay. Moving on. Also, in your competitor area when you're warming up, we're going to have a live stream guy going around. Mr. Nate over there say, hey, y'all probably know Nate, Action Athletics. They're the ones setting up with the amazing live stream. All the cameras around here making y'all look amazing. Okay. They'll be having a trail person with them carrying the cables, and they've got a camera. Stay out of their way, clear a path. They'll be running along that side. There's Amy. You can see her right there. She's waving. Typically, they'll be running to try to get the best shots as possible. So when you see competitors running around that corner, cutting that curve, please be mindful of the official rules camera and the official live stream camera as well. Okay? Let's see where we're at here. Any questions about the general rules? General rules. Actually, Mr. Nate, we need the GoPro for rules, going through the rules on here. Sorry. So no questions in regards to the general rules. Okay. I'm going to wait on this GoPro to come over. That way I can get the all okay. Everybody understand? Show your hands. Understand? Everybody's good? Some of y'all are familiar with that format? Very good. All right. Waiting on the GoPro. Is that rolling? Very good. Okay. Chalk use. Everybody's asking about chalk. You have chalk at the start. If you want, you can use your own chalk. You can do it at the start. You want to pad up those pants. You can do that for later on in the course. No re-chalking at any point anywhere else around on the course. Okay? No carrying blocks of chalk in your pockets, pulling them out and making a mess everywhere. If you got it on your pants, that's fine. No chalk anywhere else on the course. Okay? Minute 40 time limit. 1 minute 40-second time limit. That is the time limit for this first stage. First obstacle, Tic Tac Toes. Competitor starts in taped area awaiting the starting buzzer. Competitor runs across 8 angled steps, using only the angled sides to make it to the final platform. May use as many or as few steps as needed. No use of upper body is permitted on this obstacle. Obstacles cleared by landing on designated ending platform, which is the wood platform with the red line around it right here. Okay? Demonstrator, go ahead. I'll give you the boops and the beeps. Boop, 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 beep. Hey, right there. Clear. Okay? You'll hear the audible ding from NinjaWorks when you hear it clear. Question. This is the finished platform. Hands are okay right here. Hands are okay to right here. If you start to go this way, do one of these. That's too close for me to judge which one got first. All right, was it your foot or your hand? Don't leave that up to me, okay? Stay away from the tops of these at all times, okay? No hands anywhere, even if you're falling off towards this one. Does one of these. Nope. No more incidental contact. If it looks too close, if it grazes, it's out. There is a clock right there. I know some obstacles are facing away from it. If you got friends that are in the spectator area, you kind of cheer them on. I'll occasionally give out markers like in the main 30, 15 kind of stuff. And you'll hear the 10-second red light going down, the red at the 10-second mark. Okay? Question? Yes. Good question. So if you're going here and you decide to crane it or something, one of these, that's fine. Okay? A-okay. Just keep those feet up. I don't want to have to call anybody for hitting the grass down here. Any questions? Yes. No. No. Good question. No blue over here. Once I designate the starting and end point, maintain control on here. All right. From this box, you will go over to the second obstacle. Once you're on the black, no more yellow, no red. You're trying to get to the end of that purple. No truss in play. All right. Nothing like that. Let me go ahead and read the rules here. Before I do that, any questions? Any other questions for the steps? Tic Tac Toes? That's done. You're on the top of that. Okay. We're not going on tops. Question was, what if you go here? Nope, no go. Okay. You got to stay on the slanted, angled sides of all the steps. Everybody understand? Show of hands. Cameraman, please pan it around. We got a huge group. We got 80 folks in here. We'll get through you on time. Trust me. We'll do our best. All right, very good. Next obstacle, let me go ahead and read it off. Bazooka go. Competitor must run, bounce down the center of the tumble track, jump to bar to reach up, slash lachey to the PVC pipe. Slide down the track to dismount onto the mat. Upon landing, competitor must climb up ramp to traverse over to the next obstacle. Okay, let's go ahead and see a demonstration. Keep those feet up here. Watch out for that pad underneath you. Some of the taller folks better keep those legs up. Shimmy forwards, land on the purple, and then immediately go to your left to start your trek up to the next obstacle. Questions? Yes. You do not have to use the first bar. If you think you can jump straight up to the tube, just watch your face. Okay? That's okay. Yes. You got to be on it, falling. If you're going to go anywhere, it's going to the left. If you are on, fall backwards, you're out. You're on, falling over to that direction, towards the score table, that's out. Wall is in play. If you fall forwards and catch yourself on the wall, don't hurt yourself, but that's in play. Over to the next obstacle, moving towards that next obstacle. That platform will wiggle some. Make sure you stay centered. Any other questions? Yes. Pipe as in when you're lashane? The truss. Stay away from the truss. No touching of the truss whatsoever, okay? Bar, pipe, slide it down. Keep your feet up away from the mat. No dinging off the truss. Because if you're dinging off a truss, it looks like you're pushing off of it or something. Don't leave that up to me to call you out, okay? Stepping off onto it, sliding down if you're hitting there, and you're going in that direction, just keep it like that, okay? Question? Right, good point. Questions? Anything else? Any other questions? Everybody understands? Oh, question. You got to get to it somehow. That's up to you. All right. So also remember, as I said in the general rules, no resetting. No resetting whatsoever. So if you get up to it, you touch that bar, you have engaged that element, and you step back. That's it. All right. I'm being real tight about this stuff. Okay. Being real tight. Don't make me call you out. Yes. No. Has to be on the red pipe. Got to be on the red pipe. Question. Yes. This is all in play, but it's really close to the red. All right. So if you're over here and it looks like you're touching the red, I'll call you out. Okay. So that's risky. Yes. If your feet don't touch the red and you're still on that bar, you're still up hanging on your hands, you can readjust and then try to regrip onto it. Okay. You have to use the red pipe at that point, or think about big swing dismount. That's up to you. You got to make it that purple. You got to get to that purple mat. No. This is on. The red pipe is on. The platform. That's it. Touch anything else, DQ. Anything else? Can I get a show of hands that we all understand? Cameraman, scroll it around, please. Very damn fast. All right, up next. So as you have came off of this second obstacle, you're moving on to the next one. You can touch down after the purple, make your way across any of these boxes going up to the zip line, any path you see fit. Let's go ahead and clear off of this live stream area. Let's go ahead, and you're going to be kicked in the face more than likely. When you're spectating from this area right here, do not be near the big red crash pad. We're coming in hot off that zip line. You make your way up to that platform, get handed that ring, and then it's up to you to fly down and control your landing. Hold on one second. Let me just read it to be consistent here. Zip trip, start on platform, grabbing the ring, descending down zip line, time release of ring in order to land on red crash pad only. Any portion of competitor landing off of the red mat will be considered a fail. Failing to release the zip line and going into the wall will also be a fail. Obstacle is complete upon dismounting onto the blue platform, the blue raised platform. Demonstrator, go right ahead. Clear on the blue. Questions? Let's clear out this path right here, guys. If you're in between the steps, I'd prefer that you go over onto the spring floor. Y'all make some room for your buddies. No unfair advantage if everybody's spacing things out. I'll come over. Yes, sir. Good question. The short platform there is for shorter people. If you're taller, you want to go off that lower one, just grab the ring. Good question. Once you've lifted those feet, just keep those feet up, okay? If you're on the top one, just keep going, okay? Stepping down. If you feel comfortable from going from that platform after you've grabbed the ring, you want to drop down that next one and go. It's up to you. Yes. No. Whatever platform you want to go off of, grab the ring and go. It's a long night. Sorry. Questions? Yes. Use that whole thing to your advantage. Just don't fall off and come close. If you're coming in too hot, fall off and touch, but stay on. You're out. Any touching of the blue mat, either front side, back side, you're done. You got to make sure you go to that blue raised platform in order for that to be a clear. Questions? Yes. Do not touch. You land here, just go forwards. Okay, don't go here and just One of those. All right. This is water. This is the water. All right. Straight ahead. This way. Once you're on this, one and done. You're good. At any point, you're good. Step off is fine. This is your end platform right here. This is your end platform. Once you step down onto this, I'll say clear. You're good to move on. Okay? Just like this. You land and then clear, and you can keep going. Okay? Good. Questions? Inquisitive bunch. All right. Next one. Next one. Everybody, let's follow me this way. Let's work our way into the the warm-up section over here. Watch out for the live stream cable. Come on over. Bring it in, bring it in. All the way out of this path, so I'll show you where you're coming from. Show them from the block. All right, as you come down, everybody pay attention. I'm going to go ahead and read this off. Cat burglar must use Bazooka ball and slanted steps to go up ramp through the window in order to start the next obstacle. More of a transition type of obstacle. Everybody look over here. Let me get everybody eyes over here, please. You're going to want to watch this. After you come down off of the zip line onto that blue mat, you're clear. You got to go around this way. Straight ahead. That's why we got that red tape on the ground, all right, to keep that path clear. No cutting across the big mats. That's why with this gate is to help prevent you from cutting across, cutting corners. Got to go around the buzzer into this line right here. Must utilize that BOSU, and then from that point, you're on the slanted platforms running up to that ramp. Be mindful. These will move, okay? Demonstrator, go right ahead, Mr. Poston. Good save, good save. Up that ramp and out the window, and once you land on the red mat on the other side, that'll be a clear. Any questions for Cat Burglar? Real straightforward, yes. Yes. You hit it too hard, it's up to you. We got tape marks to put it back the same way every time. Yes. Good point. If you're starting to fall, you want to grab this to save yourself, it's in play. This is on. This is good. Questions? Any other questions? Everybody go ahead and raise your hand. Say you understand. Everybody understand. Raise those hands. Everybody's good. Moving on. Okay. Moving on to the next obstacle. After you come out of that window, come on down. Question. Land on the red, guys. This is a hard platform underneath here. You don't want to get hurt coming down too fast if these mats crumble onto you, hitting onto this, okay? This is all in play. If you want to come down, land here, but don't come down too hard, all right? Don't care. Questions? Moving on, okay? I'm going to start reading this one. Flying spider. Competitor jumps through the window to landing area, then swings from one bar down to trampoline in order to reach next lâcher bar. May stop your bounce on the tramp, must lâcher into the hallway. Must go over vertical black mat and through the rest of the hallway, land on the black mat outside of the hallway to complete, okay? Start point is here, end point will be through the hallway on the other side. Must use bar, tramp, bar, hallway, okay? Anything else? Any touching, kicking, slapping of the truss is off. Demonstrator, go ahead. All the way through, clear as soon as you go through. Taller folks, watch out for your legs here. Don't hit this mat, hitting it on your back swing, okay? Questions? Yes. Yes, they are. It won't help you because it's wood, a little less slippy, less grippy. So, but if you land on the red, that's fine. Just get in the hallway and go. Yes. If you are dropping down onto the trampoline and want to kill your balance, the blue is in play, but it could tip on you. And if you lose your balance and bounce back, put a foot back onto that mat, you're done. So be careful on your bounces. If you want to come back and jump from here straight to there, that's up to you. Watch your head. Yes. Don't be back. Don't be back that far on the tramp, okay? Watch those heels. Center of the tramp. Yes. Yes, hands, you're good. You want to stop yourself, catch yourself. That's fine. Good. Very good. Yes, Kevin. Yes. No jumping straight from the platform to the trampoline. Maybe in the All-Star Challenge. Question. Keep your feet up. Keep your feet up. Stay balled up. So yes. Keep them up. Questions? Are we good? Show of hands. Everybody understands. Very good. Everybody head your way over to the warped wall, please. Or just filter down. We're doing the spinning log next. We got 9 minutes to go. 3 obstacles. Okay. Spinning log here. Spinning log. Let me read this one. Competitor must cross the spinning log using lower body only. No use of upper body in any portion of the balance obstacles. Competitor completes by making it to designated landing mat, which is that giant blue mat over there. Okay. Can we get a clear off the mat, please? Get a demonstrator. Hit it away. You don't have to start from any specific point. You can go from any point you need to. Clear. Must be on the mat. 1 foot on. You want to run it up the wall right after that? That's fine. Questions? Yes? You do not have to hit this if you don't want to. If you think you can jump from here, safely making it to there, that's fine. Tacking off of this, fine. No hands anywhere on this structure. Yes. If you want to dive roll into it, just make sure your hands are clear of this. You're not skimming your hands on that. That's fine. Questions? Yes, Daniel. No, sir. Any start point you wish to have out of the spider hallway, you want to come in hot to trot, go for it. Questions? I'm surrounded by ninjas. Any questions? No. Okay. Very good. Everybody understands? Show of hands. Everybody understands? This is GoPro man. There he is. Pan around. Very good. Next up is the 14-foot warped wall. Only the 14-foot warped wall. Both feet must clear the lip of the wall, that red bar right there, that red line, in order for the obstacle to be completed. No minimum attempts, no maximum attempts. As long as that clock's running, keep trying to get up the wall. Okay? Questions? Demonstration. Michael Ellis. Up we go. Both feet past. Clear. Very good. Stay right there, Mike. Thank you. Question? Yes. No, you do not. Good question. We'll get rid of this right now. Any point you want. You can come off hot off of this, straight into it. That's one way. You want to go all the way from the entrance. That's up to you. Yes. No. Just a little bit of ding. Some of our ding marks, but it's firm. It's steady. Okay. Yeah. It's been pushed up. Questions? Any other questions? Everybody understand the warp wall? Raise your hands. Show of hands. Everybody understands. Very good. Okay. Remember, yep, another thing about that is no grabbing on those. That's off. Like I said, only utilize the red front portion of the warp wall. Stepping on the 12-foot, stepping on the 13-foot bar, pulling yourself up, all that is out of play. You must utilize only the 14-foot warp wall and that front lip, okay? That's where I'm getting to next. Okay, no, you good. Questions on that? Very good. Next obstacle, Ghostbusters. All right, you got to go down the fire pole, making everybody go down the fire pole. After climbing up the warp wall, competitor must descend the fire pole safely. Once both feet hit the platform at the bottom, we will say clear, okay? That's to prevent people from trying to run down the front of the wall, the side of the wall. They got to go down the fire pole, okay? Questions for that? What's that? I don't want you grabbing up No, just keep it out of the way. Just keep it out of play. Yep. Keep it out of the play because I don't want it to look like and you're halfway up and you start pushing off of that. So his question was, as you're climbing up and you feel like you're all the way on top, keep those hands away from those two extended pieces. I don't want to make it look like that's assisting you in your climb up to the top. Okay? Thanks. Question? Yes. That is there for your protection. Okay? Just be careful as you slide down. That won't be if you ping off of that. That's not going to be an issue. Okay? You won't be called out for that. Just come down safely. Questions for the fire pole? Last obstacle, flying squirrel finish. Let's go ahead and get two rows over on this. Let's make sure everybody can see. We'll start reading these rules here. Whoop. Flying squirrel, competitor must jump from the trampoline to grab first set of handles. Competitor then makes their way to land on designated platform using only handles and crossbar to hit the buzzer to end the time. Everybody ready? Demonstrator ready? Let's go. Up we go. Good grab. A coach will be behind you to stop the bars from swinging. From here, moving on. You've got your choices. Let's see what he's got. To the bar. Down, platform, buzzer. Clear. Just like that. Nice job. Questions? Yes. Do you have to go to the bar? No. You do not. Question down there. Dusty, yes. Don't hurt yourself. Forward momentum. Forward momentum. You're coming past and you hit this thing. We got these pads here to try to help you. This is a hard wooden structure. Yeah. I just don't. If you're flying in so fast that you do one of these and keep running, that's okay. That's okay. Questions? Yes. I'm sorry, we don't have the steam. You want to help me out here? I don't have any smoke for you. Sorry, not today. Yes, stay away from this truss. This is out. Very good point. That truss is out. Don't ping off of that thing. Okay. Questions? Yes. Taller folks for the trampoline. We'll boost you. Let's see, Mr. Alexis. That's going to be kind of close, isn't it? How tall are you guys? 6'4", 6'6". I might have to pull it back out of the way, just in case. We'll move the trampoline out of the way, but everything else in here, you got to make sure you keep those feet up. Okay? If you're hitting close on this red, notice it dips in. Okay, if you do one of these, out. Okay, no blue. Yes. 1 minute 40 seconds. 1 minute 40 seconds. Crunch time. Any other questions? Anything? Very good. Show our hands that everybody understands. Awesome work, y'all. Awesome work. We got a few minutes to go. Only those first few competitors, I'm going to let them get a few minutes of warm up over into the area over here. And while they're warming up, we're going to have a demo run so we can get some of those butterflies out of your stomach. All right. First 10. First 10. We're going to read these names off. Sorry if I butcher your name. Murray Henderson, Michael Bernardo, Summer Golberti, Mark Ravi, Dave Ravi, Delano Hines, Perry Osterley, Takafumi Nagato, and Dave Ferlaro, and Joe Lloyd. All right. After the first two competitors, we'll have all our internationals that flew all the way over here coming out. We're going to have some of those guys in the mix. All right. Those first 10, make sure you're over here. The list, the run order is going to be over on the big ramp wall right here. Competitors, if you're just watching, stay behind this little line right here. Where's he at? Where's Ryan at? Where's Ryan? Here's our dry run for the start of this stage. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Runner from our first block this morning is giving it another go. Okay. Coaches, let's go ahead and find our positions. We'll put this on charge.
Good afternoon from Marietta, Georgia, and the National Ninja League World Finals. I'm Chris Warnke, a 61-year-old ninja, along with my pal here.
And I'm Justin Conway. It's good to be here. I'm happy to be commentating with you, Chris. It's going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. You actually got to have a very stimulating... Actually, did you guys actually kick off the National Ninja League in July?
Yeah, so Brooklyn Zoo, my qualifier at Brooklyn Zoo that kicked it off. Yep.
So
now here fishing it up.
That's right. This has been so exciting. We've just completed one block so far. And there are 3 blocks for stage 1. In the first block, there were 75 competitors, approximately 75 competitors. We've got 80 that are going to be in this next round. And Justin, were they efficient or what?
It's been amazing. This is a really well set up course. Again, and I said it a lot at Action Athletics when I was commentating there. I got to say it. I don't say that about every gym. It's the truth. This is another gym that has done a great job of setting up a very nice obstacle course, and you have to be efficient to get through. So yeah, the people that have cleared have been extremely efficient. I ran earlier. I was 9th of the day, and I had to leap for the platform a little early to try to beat the buzzer. And it was the little inefficiencies that ended up kind of taking me out right there at the last second. You need to be very efficient on this course. It's a fun course, but it's tough.
We are actually getting really close to our first runner here. Omri Hernandez is going to be our first runner in this block. The demo run, it looks like we're going to see first, okay, and then we'll have Omri Hernandez that will run. So actually, Justin, let's just talk about that a second. So obviously the obstacles are something that you have to learn how to overcome, but timing, we've actually had a number of ninjas that probably had the capacity if they had 5 to 7 more seconds.
Absolutely. I mean, in my case, it would have been like 2 more seconds. Yeah. And I just think the same thing for Henry Ferrarin.
Yes.
He tried to rush a little bit, or I should say he took extra swings to try not to rush, really, to try to make sure that he had a good grip. If he had a couple extra seconds, he definitely, I think, would have made it to the platform. So, yeah, this is a course where you need to get every obstacle right the first time, and there's a little slip there. There are just a few seconds here or there where you can lose some efficiency if you're booking. And a big part of this is also, this is a really big gym, and getting from obstacle to obstacle, like you can see, he's jogging from obstacle to obstacle. If you're jogging in between or walking or shaking it out, deep breaths in between, it's going to eat up your time. You can't do that. On this course, you need to shoot between obstacles. So it's an exciting course for sure.
We talked a little bit in the last block about how those that have a running background might be favored in some ways because they're used to actually literally having to incorporate run into their run.
I would say this is a cardio heavy course.
Yes.
Oh, he's out on the flying squirrel transition.
There's our sample run. Real quickly, before we get into the actual first runner of the next block, let me just take you through briefly the obstacles and how many fails we had. Out of these 75, that Tic Tac Toes at the very front end, the steps, we actually had 16 fails that occurred during that.
It's the Ninja Killer.
It really has been that.
That's the most fails so far, 16 on the very first obstacle.
Isn't that unbelievable? And talk to us just real briefly about why they're different.
All right, so they're very steep. They're really sticky. They're nice, but people aren't used to hitting such a steep step. I feel like in most gyms, they have a gradual step, much more of an angle on them. You get a lot more purchase. It's definitely good for kids and stuff like that. So we rarely see steps that are this vertical. I think it's partially mental. It's, you know, people are
Yes.
looking at it and going, oh my God, I haven't done something like this before.
Right.
And it's not a gimme obstacle. And when you're at the beginning of the course, the nerves are going. You know that you're on the live feed. You got people screaming and stuff like that. You know, if it's not a gimme obstacle, then you can always be taken out from that just mental factor. So between that and the fact that it is kind of a tricky obstacle, it's taken out a lot of people.
How about one other factor, especially for the women, that they have on those steps that you don't see on any other course? The non-use of the hands.
Oh,
You
that's
cannot
another big factor.
touch
Really good point.
the steps.
Really good point. Yeah, you can't use your hands. So yeah, in those situations, in so many competitions where you would get a little kind of thrown off kilter and you need to, you know, readjust, you can use your hands. So yeah, excellent observation. Totally.
And you talk about the psychological side of it. Knowing you can't use your hands also can work on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. There you go.
So to finish up with the fails that we've had in the first block, at this point in time, the flying squirrel, that last obstacle, we actually had 13 fails on it. The flying spider, which is basically a lache bar drop to a tramp to another lache bar and then a swing to the spider, had 12 that were taken out of it. And then the zip trip, which is this long zip line move to land a pretty small mat, actually has even taken out 14 people. The balance of the obstacles, nobody's gone down on the spinning log, it looks like, at this point in time. Ghostbuster, which we'll describe a little bit later as you see the course, only one. And the cat burglar is none. So big challenging obstacles. That Tic Tac Toe at the very front end, the zip trap trip, and the flying spider, and then at the very end, the flying squirrel. And some of that's been timing. It's not that they couldn't achieve it. They had to do it within that minute 40 that they have to complete the course.
Absolutely. Aggressive timeline. And I really like the, again, another reason that this is a really well done course is there's a good mix of fails on different obstacles. There is the Ninja Killer, of course, that's the first obstacle, but you know the difference between that and the next is a matter of 2 fails, right? So it's 16 and then down to 14 for another obstacle. People are going out on a lot of different stuff here, so you really gotta do your best on each obstacle. All right, next competitor.
Well, here we go. We're starting block 2. Omri Hernandez is on the starting line, and he's going to go through the tic-tac-toe. Here we go.
He skipped the first one. Oh,
no!
Oh!
It looks like
there you go. Now it's up to 17.
Was that a hand or was that a foot? It was so fast I didn't actually see.
I think it was a combination of things. He slipped. He slipped on his foot, slipped on the step, and then he ended up touching it at some point.
Anybody familiar with this next runner?
Mike Bernardo.
I'm
pumped about this.
I am very excited to get to see Mike run.
It's always fun to watch Mike fly through the course, and he can really book. He can go for speed. So, and he's gonna have to do it here. He works his parkour skills. And here goes Ryan.
The traditional slap.
Yeah.
Sasuke, here we go.
Let's go, Mike.
So Mike is from DC, a firefighter. Most of you are probably very familiar with him. He is ready to go. The thumbs are up.
Yeah, he's trained. He's competed in Sasuke. He's been overseas numerous times. Very strong competitor. Many people call him Machine Gun Mike because of his salmon ladder skills. Hopefully we'll see him on the salmon. Oh, dude! Why the one hand? Good. I'm glad he was able to re-grip. We saw some people do that earlier today. I mean, that PVC slides, so there's no reason to grab it with one hand. I'm glad he was able to get through that.
Here's the long approach to that next obstacle, the zip trip. This is much like what they had in Vegas a few years ago on the silk sliders. You gotta hit that mat and not roll off. He did it.
Moving on.
Nice. All right, a little bit conservative here. He's kind of jogging in between obstacles, which concerns me. It's good to be conservative most of the time, but not on a course like this. You really got to push.
So here's an interesting obstacle. He's going to go with a one bounce on the tramp. He's up. He's to the lache bar and into the spider. Successful. And through. Across the spinning log, coming off of balance after pushing yourself. It can be fun. He's through.
All right, good.
Warp wall time. Shouldn't be any issue for Mike.
Both feet over.
Yeah, no problem.
Down to the last 2 obstacles here. Ghostbusters, which is coming down the pipe. Little salute there. And he's got to finish it off. He's got 28 seconds to finish his last obstacle. Tramp to the flying squirrel. He has to do 1 additional catch and then go to a platform.
Yeah, it's a good amount of time. He's just got to make sure. There we go.
He's got 16 seconds. And you can actually go to that lache bar if you want to, but I'm sure he's going to go right to the platform.
Most people do. That's the best way to go, I think. Go, go, go. There it is.
There, another finisher.
Yeah.
Mike Bernardo.
Nice.
Finisher number 13.
Very happy to see that.
Great
Well done,
run, Mike.
Nice job, nice job. Up next. Here we go.
We have an interesting change now. We're going to move from United States competitors to actually we have a number, about 20 international competitors. Many of them competed this past Wednesday to qualify in this block, and then also a number of them qualified in Australia. So our first competitor is a woman, Summer Gulberti. And Summer is going to be our first international competitor in this comp. The World Finals of the National Ninja League. First woman of this block.
Another thing I love about this competition, seeing people from all these different countries. Australia is really representing.
Oh.
I hope she's okay.
I think she hit that last one and then just slid down, didn't have the pressure.
Yeah.
Looks like she's up. She's up.
Upset.
Definitely frustrated. As we talked about it being a ninja killer, here's another case where it's not your traditional steps.
Yep. It is tricky. But you can't be too upset about making it this far in the National Ninja League, you know? I mean, this is a very competitive space. So many strong athletes. As I was just saying, Australia, super strong athletes coming from there. So if you've made it this far, you know, again, can't be too upset. And anybody can go out at any time because it's a ninja course.
Has been proven over and over. Mark Robbie is our next competitor from Australia.
I'm looking at his shoes. It's hard to tell from here on the screen, but they look like rock climbing shoes. I hope not. I hope they're actually like sneakers. Let's see how he does here. The hop up, good. 2 hands, very nice.
Just needs to do the dismount on the Bazooka Go.
Beauty.
I talked to him earlier, and he sounded like the running between the obstacles should be no big deal for him.
Awesome. Definitely make up some time in that.
Here comes the zip trip. He's got to hit that red mat and not roll off. Oh, he saved it. He saved it. He had a little bit of a roll. That momentum has to be tough.
I gotta say, I love that obstacle partially because it's almost always a little bit of a nail biter.
Yeah.
So it always gets your heart going a little bit. I like it.
Here we go. What's the approach going to be? Is it going to be a one drop, or is it going to be a
line it up
stick?
a lot. So yeah, one.
Oh, and it was a one drop, and it did not work.
No good.
I
don't. So I was coaching, the rest of the New York Ninja crew downstairs, and everybody I was talking to, I was saying it's not worth it. Listen, I've kept saying that obviously you need to go for speed, you need to save time, but you need to do that in other places, not on that. On that, you want to settle your jump. Yeah, because you've just never tested that specific jump. And it's not worth it. Take 2 seconds. That's all it takes. Yeah. So just run faster in between the other obstacles, and you got it.
Dave's Ravi from Australia as well. He's moved on to the second obstacle. Good grab onto the bazooka, and just needs a safe dismount here. It's a good.
Oh no!
It's a good distance.
I can't believe it. Wow.
We've had a number of competitors where their heels are actually either right at the edge or leaning off, and clearly they were not quite on enough, and he fell back into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of things that went wrong on that, to tell you the truth. He could have kept his chest more forward.
Yeah.
He could have kind of tried to stick it and readjust. It was a matter of the lache and sticking the platform that kind of was off there, unfortunately.
So representing Barbados, Delano Huns.
Barbados, that's cool.
Yeah, the only Barbados competitor that we have here.
I actually met this guy yesterday. I didn't know he's from the Barbados. Right to the pipe. What?
He is going awesome. Speed. He is going speed.
Apologies if I scream into the mic too loud.
Here we go.
Get pumped. This is awesome.
Here we come, the zip trip. Can he precisely time his drop? He did.
Good.
Here we go. Watch the speed.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's going all out. He wants first.
There we go.
Good. Keep going.
I am loving this run.
Here we go. He's going to the flying spider obstacle. Here we go. How is he going to approach this? Is he going to stay with speed, or is he going to get conservative?
Given what he's thrown at the course so far, one and go. Go one and go. Oh!
And again, one and go.
But see, there you go.
Shot
right?
him forward.
Obviously a very strong competitor. Obviously knows his body. You just shouldn't do that. You just shouldn't do the one and go. You should
You throw
settle
away
yourself.
that speed that you already built.
Right? He saved so much time.
Yeah.
He clearly could have. I have no doubt that he would have cleared the course
Yep.
had he stuck that.
Exactly.
Right? All he needed was another second to settle in.
He created the
Unfortunate.
space for himself, but did not leverage it there.
And here's Perry Oosterlee.
From the Netherlands.
Perry he's kind of famous here in the US. He's been training here for so long. Great guy. He has tested for the ATS crew. He's been on so many different versions of Ninja Warrior. The overseas versions, Sasuke and stuff like that. Super strong. This is going to be a good run.
Perry's number 7 for this block. Quickly through.
Nice.
He's got the style with the hands there as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh,
Right.
quick
Now
hop,
I didn't-
quick hop. We didn't see that in the first block much.
Yeah, there were. I actually, to tell you the truth, was going to do that,
Yeah.
and I just grabbed the bar too close, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
You need to be a little bit back on the bar.
Yeah.
So I think I saw a couple other people have the same issue.
Perry's going with a one-hand dismount. He's
Very
clear.
nice.
He's running.
He's booking. Good job.
Okay, how is he going to approach it
Right
once
through
we
it.
get to that Lachey drop?
Nice.
Nice and smooth through the sonic curve type setup. Here we go. Here we go. Perry.
One.
Nice. He's there. Can he make this launch? And he can. He
Nice.
sticks the spider. Coming through. Onto the spinning log.
Great run. Great time.
Quick.
Beautiful.
He's got him. Up that warp wall. He's stepping back for a nice run up. And he's there. He's down to 2 obstacles. He's got 40 seconds left.
Wow.
He's got plenty of capacity.
He's really crushing it.
Finish this, Perry. Finish this. There we go. One swing. Good kick.
Undercut
Nice
that
back
swing
kick.
a bit, and it worked for him. Ooh, look
Whoa,
at that. Interesting
that is
approach.
an interesting approach. He's there.
Huge
He's
air.
got 22 seconds to stick this platform. That was an interesting kick. I don't think I've ever seen that
Yeah,
before.
he undercuts it and kicks straight up.
And he is
Nice.
there. Another finisher. Perry Oosterlee. Way to go. Represent Perry for the Internationals.
Yeah, Perry. Great job, man. Very nice. And you can see everybody applauding. Drew Jeschel back there watching, and Jake Murray. Everybody's crowded in. Strong competitor. I'm looking forward to seeing him on the rest of the courses because, so the way this is going to be set up is I believe it's going to get progressively harder. Stage 2, will be a little bit harder. Stage 3 is going to be your all-day grippers, and I think Perry has what it takes really to do very well on those 2 stages. So he's one I'm going to keep my eye on. I'm looking forward to it.
Our only Japan competitor here, Takafumi Nagato. I'm going to take a stab at that. I'm not sure that it's accurate, but
I think you did a good job.
he's coming up.
Go with that.
Takafumi is the only Japan competitor. He says, put the fist up. I am ready to take on this course. See how he handles it. He used all the steps here so far, and his hand goes down, and he's down. So it looked like he was leaning forward a little too much, coming off of that probably 4th step.
Wow, yeah.
And very few of the men have actually used that first left step. He actually used that very first left step.
And that could have been what kind of threw him off because I think that's a wider gap. You really
Yeah.
don't need it.
Yeah.
The left-right is what'll probably throw you off. You'd rather just kind of be more consistent down the middle if you can.
Dave Ferraro from Australia is our next competitor. He's going a little slower through it, and
Nice.
he's through.
Cut it
You can
close.
actually use your hands on that last wood platform if you need to, but not the other ones. Oh, a little quick hop. Not much of a kick there to get up to the
He's got to work through this, gather momentum.
Bazooka, and he is through.
Took a lot of time here. Hopefully he's going to make it up. He's got to run now.
I'll tell you what, this is quite a stair climb that's not considered an obstacle.
Yeah, it's true.
Here we go. And he stuck it. I thought the
barely
roll was
sticking
going to be there. Here we go.
Good job. He's giving it.
Kinda, between a jog and a hard run. Here we go. Coming up here to the flying spider. Okay, there's the Lachey. See
if
what
he
his
stalls
approach.
it.
He's gonna
Yep.
stick it. He's gonna stick it. But I think he's okay.
Oh, man. So apparently one of his feet hit the mat underneath. He stepped back
Dragging
into
behind
the water.
him. So he goes with a conservative approach, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah. Still lost his balance there.
Still did not work. Next is competitor Joe Lloyd from the I can't even say it. United Kingdom.
Okay. Yeah. United Kingdom.
Too many notes here.
Nice.
United Kingdom representative. Let's go, Joe. Take us through Joe here.
Oh no! Oh wow! Wow.
It almost looked like a double step on that step, and I don't know.
I think you might have rushed it, yeah. Instead of doing a full triple.
Yeah.
Well,
or
so
a single on those. It looks like those
can't
are
really triple step the really vertical steps. Like you know, when they're at such a steep angle, you can't get 3 feet on that. You got to tack it and go.
Yeah.
So that could be what's tripping people up too. They're used to doing a triple step, and you can't. You have to stride it.
From Australia, Ben Paulson.
See, that was a stride technique through the last 4 or so, right? The left, right, left, right, and that's the way to go.
Little tap on the tramp there to get to the bar. Here comes the Lachey.
Clear.
There, nice and easy. You see how aggressive he is.
He's taking his time here. Don't like that.
He's
You hear the competitors
not
yelling at him
pushing it
to
hard.
move.
Here we come. Zip trip.
Nice.
He lands it well.
Clear.
Jog pace here. He's feeling pretty good about his run so far. Ben is runner number 11 for this block that we've got so far out of 80 we're going to see run. Okay, here we go. So far, nobody's made it past this, have they? For this
In
block?
this block,
I know.
Perry. Just
Okay.
Perry, right?
Yeah, just Perry. That's true. Yep, just Perry.
Ooh.
Whoa.
All right, now
Is that a narrower wall than some? Justin,
I do think it is, yeah, and it doesn't bow out,
Yeah.
right?
Very
So
well reinforced.
yeah, it is. And for your taller competitors, that's a challenge.
Exactly. When Henry went through earlier, I was wondering how that was going to work. He has got a good time, 25 seconds. He's going to have to go fast. He's going to have to go fast to finish. He's not going to be able to afford a lot of swings and kicks here. He needs a big kick. He's down to 15 seconds.
Throw right now. It's got to be
He's
it.
got to
go,
go, and he's going to have to. Oh, he's got to generate the kick. 10 seconds. He's going to have to really launch.
Go,
now.
right now.
He did it! He did it!
Wow.
That was impressive.
Nice.
We've not seen many athletes be at that same place with that amount of time and be able to go for it and still stick that landing.
And the key was kipping once, just kicking his legs up and using one swing to gather enough momentum to get to the platform. If he needed to swing another time, I don't think he would have made it.
He would not have had the time. That's finisher number 15. And Chris Kiswick from Australia is our next runner.
Good. Tom, are we ready? Competitor, are you ready? Let's go.
And here goes Chris.
Through. Nice.
On to the Bazooka go. What's his approach going to be? Kind of a
little
1-2.
one hand first. Made
Yep.
it spin awkwardly. He's taking a lot of
Negotiate
time
to the
here.
end.
Hopefully he goes now.
Oh,
that's good. That's
I
clear.
think it was successful.
If you land to the left of the landing platform,
A
you're
great
good.
recovery from what could have been disastrous.
Very nice. And see there, he was a little unsure about where to go. He's wasting precious seconds here and there, which concerns me, but
Here we go.
could pick it up. Let's see.
Zip trip and a flip at the end. That momentum just had his body continue to move forward.
He went with the foot landing, and I've been saying this all day to everybody.
Baseball
you
slide?
do not want to land. I say sprawl.
Scroll. Okay.
Sprawl. Just make sure you get that platform. My ideal approach is you hang from the ring with one hand at the end. You use your other hand to hook the backside of the mat, and you catch that backside, and then you sprawl on the mat.
Spread out and limit the roll as best as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you hit with your feet, there are so many variables. Your knee bending, your hips bending, the cushion of the mat, your body folding over. So many things. It's just too sketchy. You don't want to do that.
Jeremy Sophie is coming up. He's our only New Zealander. He's traveling and in the block with a bunch of the Australians, but he's actually from New Zealand. Here we go, quickly through the steps. Tic Tac Toe. Tic Tac Toe is not an issue for him. On to the Lachey bar. Nice quick hop. See what his dismount looks like.
Looking strong.
A little less entertaining there. Nice and solid.
Yeah, it's looking good. Not taking his time
Yeah, he's
here.
got
I
a
like
good
it.
pace.
Right into the descent. Ooh. So he put his legs down, but at least he put an arm down too. That was pretty stable.
He's hustling through the through this next obstacle, the cat burglar. Okay, what's the approach? Going to be a single drop or more conservative?
Oh, man, let's see. Oh, conservative. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Here we go.
I like to see that.
He's got
Let's
it.
go. Get through
He's
it
got
now.
Let's see how many kicks he
Now
needs.
throw caution to the wind.
There we go.
Oh,
He had the touch,
no.
but he was leaning backward.
Yeah. His kind of shoulders and everything were still behind the frame when he stuck it.
Great entertaining run.
Tough.
Well representing New Zealand.
Yellow wristbanded individuals. That was for this morning's spectacular
Number
block.
14 is going to be from
Purchase another block.
the United Kingdom, Sophia Davis, another woman.
Got a lot of people in here. We want to make sure everybody's
Davis.
watching.
And here are the standings. Number 1, New York Ninja, Joe Capo. Crushed the course earlier today. Thomas Stillings in second. Now we're on to the females. Rachel is in first place, followed by Megan, Jessica Bernard. Strong athletes here.
And
This is
Rachel's the only woman to complete 8 obstacles so
great.
far.
Yeah, which was awesome to watch. Really incredible. This is where it all happens. And there's so many more athletes to go.
There are.
It's crazy to think we can see so much more, so many more strong athletes go that we haven't seen yet.
Here goes Sophie, United Kingdom. I missed that. Did she just basically just didn't?
It was just kind of a lack of a good push off of the initial step, or the second one, I should say, I guess, that she used.
Stephanie Maguiros is coming up, number 15.
Fun fact, she is an Olympic snowboarder. You can see the Olympic rings on her shirt there. She's an Olympic athlete. So this is amazing to have Olympic-level athletes. Oh, man. She's good.
She cleared. I think she cleared.
Awesome. It was hard to tell from
It was
here. She
very
touched the
difficult to
ground.
tell.
That's beautiful. All right, awesome.
Stephanie's our 15th runner in this block. Here we go.
Nice.
Oh.
A little extra commitment there, throwing the legs up just to make sure our whole body was committed. Beautiful. Plenty of distance on that mat to make sure that she landed securely. A little flare there. Awesome. So yeah, Olympic level athletes out here, and you can see still not, still having some trouble here and there because it's ninja.
It is.
Ninja is tough.
It is tough.
You can be so disciplined in so many different things, and then all of a sudden you get a new obstacle. Even if your discipline is ninja, there's a new ninja obstacle or a different distance or whatever, and it can throw anybody off. That's just like the kind of the beauty and also the trick of ninja is just it's always kind of taxing. It's always difficult.
In the
good conservative.
She's there.
Very nice.
She's there. Yeah, actually, in the Heart of a Ninja, I talk about how every obstacle is different, and no other sport really.
Nice.
Whoa! You see that fingertip
Beautiful.
grab?
Yeah.
Fingertip grab.
She's been working the grip, so that
Great.
is awesome to see.
Oh, into the black mat. Clear.
She's through.
Beautiful.
Very good. Moving on to the spinning log, obstacle number 6.
Get it.
She's down to
Let's
6
go, let's go,
seconds.
let's go.
5
Come on,
seconds.
get that wall, get that
She can
wall.
Get the wall.
This will put her ahead.
Number 7.
Keep trying it.
Oh, man.
And she is complete. A great run.
Solid showing. Very nice.
Hands on that platform. Great run.
Stephanie was our 32nd woman runner so far of the day, and looks like she is going to be somewhere in this second, third, fourth level, I think, completing
She was in
6
third
obstacles.
place. Third place. Looking great.
Yep.
Very nice. All right, next competitor here, Gavin Wilson.
From Australia.
Another Australian competitor. Australia has this pretty amazing looking gym. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure the Australians here have all trained at it. You know what I'm talking about? That gym that I keep seeing online?
I'm not familiar with it, but I do know they have a very strong program.
Yeah. There's a huge gym out there. It looks really nice. So I imagine once you get those resources, then you can get to training regularly and stuff, and then the athlete,
And you draw
obviously.
more people. You have a great
Right.
resource, and you draw the better people,
Right. Yeah.
and then you can train. Here goes Gavin through the steps, and he's successful.
Smooth.
On to the second obstacle, Bazooka Go.
Speed up. Hold tight.
Nice grab.
Good. Get that dismount.
Clear.
Easy.
All right.
Let's see how aggressive he is here on the transition. He's pushing it a bit there.
Yeah, he was looking a little stiff in his lache. He was keeping his knees bent. So I worry if he gets to the flying squirrel. We'll see.
Here we go.
I don't know if he's practiced
got the
laches.
speed.
Let's see.
He's
But his
sitting.
time
He's
right
got
now
a
is-
minute to go still.
Yeah, his time right now is nice.
Clear. Watch your feet on the mat.
Here's another
we go.
lache
Okay.
area. So let's see how he does here. Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Man.
on the tramp.
Good shot, my friend.
Not able to stick it successfully.
Sorry.
Good run, Gavin.
It's tough. But yeah, he was making good time. Nice.
James Burchell from the United Kingdom is our next
Here, he's
runner.
having fun. Cool.
We're down to about
This guy
4
too. Big
internationals.
smiles. Love to see that. And is that it for the rest of the day, or do we have more in?
I'm
week
pretty
3?
sure this is the international block. And
okay.
For those that are not aware, many of them qualified on Wednesday here on a separate course at this facility to be able to run today and compete. Came in from whatever country they're from and competed on Wednesday. Here we go, James. Quickly through the steps, looking
Very
smooth.
clean.
Nice hop to the lache bar. And the dismount is good.
Nice.
Little slide there on the mat, but
Yeah,
it
he
was
kinda-
fine.
He actually made the mat shift a bit.
He did.
Shout out to this photographer too.
Oh, I'll tell you.
This
I'll
guy
tell you.
in blue. You see this guy in all blue.
He's
he
there.
follows every single runner.
I think he's training for a marathon.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't know. He should, if not.
Yeah, seriously, I
No,
mean,
yeah, I don't
he's
know.
been doing more work than anybody for sure.
He has. Here we go. What's the technique?
Nice balance.
Oh,
go.
nice and
Nice.
smooth. Let's see if he can go after one swing. He can.
Here we go.
Good.
Over the mat.
Beautiful.
He is looking good. Way to go, James. Okay, quickly across
That was
the
awesome.
balance.
Very nice. Right into the
Right up.
112.
Oh, he's
I
got
love to
great
see
time. He's sitting with 41 seconds left. So he ought to easily be at the 30-second mark or more to address this very last obstacle, the
He's
flying
taking a little
squirrel.
bit of a breather here, which is pretty smart actually.
Yeah.
If you have time. That's
Oh! I cannot believe he wiped out on that. Did he lose
Wow.
concentration because he stopped pushing?
Maybe.
Wow. He looked like
Maybe
the
it was just
capacity was there.
Wow. He had so much time. It was that was a great run.
Probably one of the best times to that point on the course that
Absolutely.
we've seen.
That was going to be top 5 for sure.
That was amazing. Unbelievable that he was not able to stick that.
Can't believe it.
We're going to move on to our 33rd woman, Joanne Taylor from Australia. That was just an unbelievable finish. It was feeling so good.
Yeah, so clean. He didn't seem shaky on anything previously. It's just that's the nature of the sport. If you lose focus for a second, you could be done. So you've got to just maintain that focus the
Here
whole
we
time.
go.
Oh, a little wobbly.
Joanna. Oh, Joanna is down.
Out on the steps.
Our 33rd female goes down again on the steps. It continues to be a killer for both men and women, especially the women, but we've had both men and women go down there. Jake Baker from Australia. Down to our last 2 international competitors, I believe. Jake Baker.
What's also cool about, for me, for watching international competitors is I don't know a lot of them. I know some of them, but for the ones that I don't know, they could be extremely strong and like kind of like semi-famous where they are, right?
You just don't
and
know.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
And then they come out here and just crush it. Like that last guy that went, actually. I mean,
Oh,
he looked
exactly.
really strong. But I don't know who he was. But now I do. Now I do.
exactly. And now
He's
I
good.
respect him.
That guy's good. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I had some conversation with Jeremy from New Zealand just a little while ago, and I got to meet a bunch of the Australian crew, and it was interesting to hear about their training and what they have background and exposure to.
That's that approach. I love that approach.
Yep.
See, that was textbook, exactly what I like to see on that obstacle.
Kind of a sideways hang with one hand on the end.
And then you leave that one
Yep.
hand behind and you hook the side. So secure.
He's got a minute to go from here.
Right into it.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Good catch.
I'm really liking this run.
In the hallway he goes.
Through the spider.
Clear.
Way to go, Jake. Way to go, Jake. He still has 47
Eyeing it
seconds. He's
up.
got balance in the
Oh,
work
he's
wall
taking a
still.
couple of breaths. Go, 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 go.
Clear.
How well can he... Eric, good speed on the
Not a
work wall.
problem.
Okay, 37 seconds. He's going to have 30
Plenty of
seconds. He's got
here.
time.
Plenty of time.
Let's see what his approach is. Here we go. Good solid grab on the first.
He does not have much momentum here. but maybe he has a good lashé. Let's see. Yep.
Oh, nice stick. Pretty hard on the arms the
You
way
can
he
see-
caught.
yep.
Did not catch high.
You can see the look in his face.
Yeah. And he's there. Another finisher.
Good job.
Great job. Jake Baker becomes number 16, I believe. 16 finishers. He was the 19th runner for this block. So we've had 94 runners, 16 finishers. Beth Lodge from the United Kingdom, our last international runner for now. Quick. Oh,
wow.
she's more or less
Very
stepping.
nice.
Those are almost just literally steps, not even strides.
Really nice. She hit the top of that step, and it didn't really throw her off. She was able to recover. That's a well-trained ninja right there.
Nice
Cool.
move.
Set the edge here.
Needs that kick.
That's
Don't
a
land with
good
your heels
laché
off.
technique.
Yep, good.
I like it. I like it.
That's looking good. She's sitting at 1:12 to go to finish the course.
Definitely not an ideal pace, but
Not rushing it, but
yeah,
yeah.
but she's not in trouble yet. You know, only 2 obstacles.
Here we go.
down.
What's her approach going to be here for coming down?
I hope the hook. Hook it. Yeah, she got that right hand on it.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. And she's smiling. She's like,
Yeah.
you could tell she was
Made it
probably
through
worried
that.
about
That's
that. Yep.
right.
You could tell. You could tell when ninjas have
Satisfaction
been.
feel.
Yep. When they've been stressing about an obstacle, you can tell when they come off with a smile.
Now you can breathe.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. Here we go. What's the approach? And it's going to be...
I think the rest. You got to rest here, right? No, she's right into it. Yeah.
Whoa!
Awesome.
A nice catch with fingers only. It looked like
on.
didn't have a lot of excess. Oh, look at this.
Awesome.
She's going through. She's got 29 seconds still. She's
This
going to
is
be moving
great.
on to the spinning log. And let's see what she can do on the warp wall here.
Nice.
If she
Making
can
it
take
through.
this warp wall. She's got 18 seconds left.
Getting plenty of run up.
She gets multiple attempts if she
Ooh, a
needs
little
it.
conservative. She's
she's
very
got-
conservative in her run.
One more attempt. 10 seconds to go.
Uh-oh, let's go. Let's
One more. Everything
She's
you
really got to
got.
power up. She's going too conservatively.
She is.
See the way she's running with her hands
Great.
down, her arms down. She's not really like sprinting.
Sprinting.
Great run though. Very,
Great
very
run.
solid run. She looks confident out there. She really seems kind of at ease at home on the course.
Yeah.
I saw
A little
a lot of
celebratory as well.
yeah, having fun too, and that's what it's all about.
Okay, Drew Hendry is our next runner. I think we have, I believe, have finished off our international runners for the competition. It's cool that this is a world final.
Yeah,
You know,
it's amazing.
What started out in a lot of local gyms has gone national, and now it's a world final.
It's incredible, and it makes me feel a little more special for being a part of it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
and the world before it.
Yeah.
It's definitely very, very cool.
You want to go next door to our vendors and our
It
sponsors?
is.
We got all sorts of stuff over there.
We have a lot of strong athletes. From Tennessee is coming up. He's a super strong athlete. Anthony DeFranco, who's now running a string of center court gyms in the Jersey area. Jonathan Angelili is a really strong ninja from New York.
Yeah.
For the New York Ninja Crew. Mike Myers, the chorus killer.
Oh, yes. Unbelievable.
He could totally kill it.
Lauren Ball.
Chris Fantuzzo is out here. Now, Chris, son of Carl Fantuzzo. Obviously, Carl, super strong. Chris has been training heavily at the Warrior Factory, which Carl is a partner on and helped build. And Chris has been really strong this year, so he's now running number 116. Then we have Lauren Ball, of course, Chris DeGangi. Isaac Caldiero is coming up.
We have a few tough competitors coming up in this block still.
Josh Halberstadt, Mike Salenzi, Jonathan Alexis, Jamie Ron.
And it goes on and on.
On and on. Now it's Drew Hendry.
Here goes Drew.
Ooh, a little caught up, but he made it
save. He
through.
got his full body kind of faced away from his final landing point, but turned it and did well. Here he goes from the lachey bar to the bazooka. Okay.
Ooh, a little.
little delay here in the dismount.
Ooh, whoa.
The fact that that bazooka came back a little bit made the dismount a little bit further away than
Yeah.
it would have been.
Seems like, maybe it doesn't really have the training for a slider type of obstacle, or maybe the lachey training. So
Yeah.
a little concerned, again, for those later obstacles that require that skill. We'll see. Or it could
Successfully
just be
through.
nerves. It's early in the course, right?
Yep.
So we'll see.
Successfully through the zip trap trip.
Save going through the window now.
And
Clear. Watch your feet on the mat.
here we go.
Line it
Here's
up.
the jump to Lachey bar. Onto the tramp. He's going to be conservative here. Oh,
not
just
enough
too
jump.
high of a bar to reach without really getting the power from the tramp. It was a little closer to just a jump, a self jump, rather than really
it
leveraging
really looked
the
like he
tramp.
didn't use the tramp. Yeah. It's a little.
I actually got some feedback this past week from Mike Bernardo on some tramp work I was doing, and he gave me some great analogies. And man, you really have to leverage the power a tramp can give to you
Absolutely.
if you take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And the unfortunate part is your knees can very easily take away all the power that you might generate if you're not good with your knees. So it's your knees, your ankles. It's kind of a full body commitment to a tramp.
It really is. So in that sense, it's not only a hop, it can actually even take away what you could do on the flat ground from a hop.
Yeah.
Here we go. We have Jeffrey Harvey.
Clear. Zip line.
Nice.
He's through and on his way up. On his way up to the zip trap.
Sliding right down. And stuck it. No problem.
Clear. Gonna go around the corner.
Looking good.
All right.
Pretty good pace coming through. He's got a minute now left, so he's at a reasonable pace, but we'll need to be able to push this. Let's see how quickly he attempts to go through this obstacle.
Yeah, he's really
Mild
not
swing.
running. He's just kind of jogging, which is okay if you're going to be very clean on all of the obstacles themselves.
Probably going to bite, though, in the end, just because you cannot afford to just have a nice, mild, clean run here.
The squirrel is where a lot of people need an extra swing, and are you going to have an extra second or two to take that swing?
He's down
With a
to
run like
29
this?
seconds.
I don't think so. Oh, it's absolutely
29 to finish. Still got to get down the pipe and then start.
So he's, and even here, it's just kind of wasting time. I don't think it's really possible at this point, unless
he's on to the ninth obstacle.
Let's go.
15 seconds.
He's got to push.
He would have to go. Come on, go.
He would have to go just one and go.
Not going to happen, but a great run. I mean, he got to the ninth obstacle.
Hey, it could. Let's see.
Wow, he's got 5 seconds.
We
got surprised earlier. Oh, he knew what he had to do, and he gave it everything he could there at the end. He knew he could not afford another swing, so he managed his time well.
And there you go.
At the end, but
you look back at the run, you look at those little jogs in between obstacles, and I can tell you, when you're out there, you do not think you're running slowly. You don't.
It's pushing you.
You think you're going at a good clip until you look back and you realize, I could have gone a little faster. You start paying attention to how heavy you're breathing, your heart rate, the fact that you're sweating and tired or whatever. But now, Tiana Weberly,
Sweet Tea from California. Here we go.
very strong female competitor.
Tiana actually
Look at that. Textbook.
has been just really impressive as a female competitor here. Let's see what she can do to this course.
Yeah, been a part of the show for years. She used to train with Flip Rodriguez. Then she was up in Connecticut for a while, training with Louis Mosso.
She'll be competing on the Ninja vs. Ninja that'll be aired starting March 1st.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that. That new set looks amazing.
It
They shoot
is.
at night now and have this big jumbo screen.
Yes.
Nice stick landing.
Nice stick.
Go around the corner.
She's got a good run going here. She's right at the minute mark. So very much in the ballpark of a number of other competitors. Here we go. Let's see how Tiana handles this Lachey bar to the tramp. She's going.
Nice.
Oh, that looked great, Justin. That looked fantastic. No wasted time there. She picked up time on a number of other runners with how efficient she was.
She's got great body control.
Here we go.
This
Balance.
very well could be. If she picks up the time here, this very well could be our first female clear.
It could be.
She's got to get right up this wall.
Great. She's got 26 seconds left.
Right up. Come on.
Yes!
That's it. Now she's got to
Tiana's looking good.
It's within reach.
She's going to get in that last obstacle.
Got to push.
There she goes. Big kick. She's got 12 seconds. Big kick.
She's working it.
Come on, stick that
She's
next
got to go
one.
now. She's got to go.
Oh,
the
she needed it, but
hesitation.
didn't have it. Here we go. She's going to go. Yeah! Oh! Great run, Tiana.
Great
Wow.
run, Tiana.
Great run.
Awesome job.
I think she probably needed it. She took a few seconds there on that balance obstacle, the spinning log.
Yep.
But I don't know. She probably needed a little bit of a breather there.
Yep.
But boy, what a great run.
That was amazing. So fun. I got chills.
Yeah, I'm with you. She was our 35th female to run today. Stephen Tucker, the next runner here. Through the step. Oh,
Wow.
that was so quick. I thought he actually stepped on the ground, but apparently not. It was a clear. Oh! Trying to move too quick. Did that actually spin on him, or did he not even get his hand around it?
He didn't get it. He didn't get his hands high enough and engaged on the top part of the pipe.
Yeah.
So it kind of just spun just because he didn't have a grip as he was falling. It spun.
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
And here's Dusty.
Dusty has returned.
He trains with the Britons, as you can see. He's rocking the Ninja Britain shirt.
Are you ready?
Dusty was a really impressive ninja on American Ninja Warrior a few years ago before he went on duty with the military. He's back, and he is just a fun guy to watch. A very strong competitor. I forget what Dusty's height is, but he's a pretty short guy.
Yeah.
Clear.
Good smooth.
But luckily on this course, there's not much. I mean, the spider jump is probably going to play to his strength.
It would, yes.
His size as a strength. You know, I'm sure he's got his warp wall training in. It's a 14-foot wall.
Right.
That's nothing. I'm sure he's going to handle
Way to go,
that.
Dusty. Way to go.
Clear.
He's having fun with it, too. Now he's putting speed on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I
We
like
are
this.
at the 1 minute mark now with him. So he's slightly ahead of a number of the competitors. Here we go. Let's see what their tramp approach is.
Oh, extra swing. He's going to go for one and go. One and go. Oh, no.
But he saved
switched
it.
up.
He's costing him time, but he saved it.
I think
Come on,
he changed up his
there we go.
plan. All right. So that's going to cost
Mid-course
time.
run, yep.
Oh, now he's trying to save it. There we go. He's trying to make up some time here.
Now he's going to set the speed.
Go, 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 go.
Clear.
Warped wall, I'm guessing, should be no big deal for him.
No problem.
Okay, we're sitting at 28 seconds.
He's got enough
Look at how
time.
fast he came
Whoa.
down. The pipe.
He
Here we go.
knows.
He's got the capacity to finish this off.
Yeah.
Good kick. Come on, Dusty.
We could very well see it clear here.
Flying squirrel is yours, buddy. Let's go with the first kick. Come on, time
This
to
is
go.
gonna be
12
the swing
seconds.
here.
He's
Go.
going to have to go.
Nice.
Come on, you got 9 seconds. 8, 7. He's going to go for the total dismount. Surely. He's got the lache. He's there.
Oh, my.
Woo!
It
Dusty
counted?
McKinney.
Did it count?
I think it did.
Yes.
I think it did.
That was awesome.
That was fun. As
So
we
nice.
knew it would be
And
with
there's
Dusty.
Jeff giving him a hug. A bunch of other ninjas in here.
Number 17 finisher of the day. Bobby Zavala from Tennessee is our next runner. Bobby Zavala, Nashville area, trains with a number of other ninjas.
Here's Bobby. I was shouting him out before. He trains hard in Texas. He's got a course, I believe, in his backyard.
Yeah, he does.
And I got a thumbs up. Things works.
He does. And he trains actually a number of the younger ninjas that competed last week.
Some extremely strong younger ninjas. that
And
tour
a
around the
really
country.
strong one that's going to compete right near the end of the last stage here, Rachel Brown.
Oh, amazing. Right. That's right.
There goes Bobby. Bobby's had some really strong performances on the various courses in NNLs.
Yeah, Bobby definitely has all the skill set needed to clear this course. It's a matter of if he ties it together
Put
and
it all
runs in
together.
between the obstacles. He's really got to just see a little cautious here, I think.
Yeah, not
Kinda
running as hard
jogging.
as
This is
possible.
That was the only concern I think for Bobby, for me. He's got to go. Come on. Nice. There we go. I was talking to Bobby
There
before.
you go. He
I
was
told
listening.
him about that.
He
Yeah,
was
I
listening.
literally, that's exactly what I told him to do. I'm glad he listened. I think it's sufficient. He did a good job.
26th runner of this group.
Nice.
Looking
He's
good.
got a good time.
Yeah, he's got 55 seconds. Let's go, Bobby. He's going to go to the one. Oh,
Nice.
efficient.
And
One
you
of
know,
the fastest we've seen so far there.
Yeah, and for a taller competitor,
Yes.
that's a smarter move. You know, for a shorter competitor, there's more variable to mess up on that.
Right.
But if you're tall, you can reach out and grab that bar.
Go,
so
Bobby, go.
that's good for him.
Go. Yes.
Nice.
And the stride, very few touches even there.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 steps.
Warped wall should be
Yeah,
fine.
right there.
He's going to be
Beautiful.
sitting here with about 25 seconds, maybe a little less than that. to
And
be able
this
to
is
finish.
totally within his wheelhouse.
It's doable.
He's got squirrel all day.
Good kick. Oh, nice start.
So I think we're going to see it clear here.
Come
as
on.
long as there's nothing crazy.
The back kick. Oh, he's having to go an
looking
extra
squirrely.
swing than I thought.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
wow.
not able. He was able to get both hands on, but not
Surprising.
able to hold it.
You know, he looked just off on the swing. For some reason, his left and right arms were a little out of whack. He was getting a little literally squirrely. He was right. He was a little left-right. I don't know what happened there.
It felt to me like his front kicks looked great, but his back kicks were costing him.
Yeah, interesting.
And I can relate to that. So when I see it, I can tell you the kind of results you get from it.
All right, R.J. Roman.
Here goes
Looking
RJ.
good parkoury through here.
Number 27 runner.
Looking agile. Oh, nice jump. Almost overshot the bar a little bit. Ooh. Getting one hand on that pipe before the other is a little sketchy, but
Scary.
he wheeled it in. Now
Keep
parkouring across.
each of these runs in perspective. 2,500 adults have competed this year, and we are watching the finals, the best of the best performances for the year.
Wow. 2,500. Yeah. Having some fun.
He's looking happy with his performance right now. He's just now crossing the 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go.
Clear. Watch your toes, watch the mat.
Here we go. Lachey, one bounce.
Oh!
Nice projection straight up, but not forward like he needed it. Didn't
Wow,
have
yep.
the distance.
But a good run.
Very
Definitely
good.
looked, you could tell he's athletic. He definitely had a lot of skill.
Exactly.
Course reset.
Kelsey Rudinsky is the next one, a female
All right.
competitor.
Kelsey is strong. You can tell. Look at those biceps. It's a strong competitor right here. Let's see. She's going to skip the first one, which I think is smart.
Even for the shorter
Right.
competitors,
Oh.
seems like it makes sense.
Oh,
a hand touch?
one of the boxes.
A hand touch?
No touching of the top, guys.
You know, I think that most of these competitors have never been through steps that they can't touch.
Yeah.
And it's so hard after all of the time that you worked with a step to
Yeah.
know you can't touch
And listen,
the step.
I don't think it was even intentional.
Yeah.
Kelsey's a shorter competitor, and those steps are big. Those last two vault boxes, I believe, are about 4 feet tall or close to it. And so that's, you got to keep your hands above your head if you don't want to touch them.
Right,
You know, if they're
right.
out to your side. So yeah,
And
that was
if
just
you-
it's just tough, I think, for certain competitors to get through without. And they're being very strict here about that sort of
Yes,
thing, which
they are.
I appreciate because we want to keep the integrity of the obstacle itself, right? We don't want to allow hand touches, but then every once in a while you're gonna have a competitor that didn't really help, right? But they still got taken out. It's just unfortunate, but that goes into knowing your body, knowing how to control yourself, right? You know, if you get a foot touch in the water, what was your foot doing there, right?
Exactly.
I mean, there's the argument that it was only a foot touch, but at the same time, platform is big enough. Your foot shouldn't be in the water, right? So, all right, we got some winners here. Tatiana is in first place.
First place.
Tiana Weberly, first place, followed by Rachel.
17 seconds better than the previous.
She crushed it.
That was very
amazing.
impressive.
She crushed it.
Okay, on the course, Sam O'Brien. Little baby steps there to zip through the
Ooh,
trampoline.
He looks really tall because it looked like he got barely a jump and he just grabbed that bar.
That's right. Here we go. Competitor number 29, Sam, and this is block 2 of 3 that we'll be running today of the 234 competitors.
Yep, so one more live stream to go. So, guys, if you're just tuning in now, just know that we're going to take a break after this wave, after all of these competitors, which will end with the last competitor for now is Jen Clausen in this group, number 158. And then we're going to start
Here we go.
Third wave.
He's got it.
Nice.
One and go. Little taller. Let's see how he handles a little narrower spider. Maybe fine.
problem.
Easily through it.
Let's see if he takes a rest here.
And I think that
Kind of
last.
is. He's taking a little time.
He's
Ooh,
through.
Off to the
He's
side.
through.
He's through.
Good thing he had those strides.
That heel hook is indicative, I think, of a
32
climbing background.
seconds.
You see that a
He's got
lot from
30.
climbers. Oh, wow.
This is doable. If he go, now he's. Here we go. Now he's down to 23 seconds left. He's got one big kick, another one. He's down to 14 seconds. He's going to
Nice
go. He's got
grab.
14 seconds. If he
Beautiful.
goes now,
He could bring
this
this
is going to be
home.
close. This is going to be very close. Very
If
close.
he goes now,
All the way.
oh man,
This
now
one
it's
better
gonna
be
really
it. This
close.
better be it.
2, 1.
He is in there.
Nice job, Sam.
Woo! Very, very good. Sam is our 18th complete.
Same as Dusty, 1.37. My goodness.
Very
Anthony
nice.
DeFranco.
And looking at the numbers of how many. Oh, there's Anthony DeFranco. There we go.
Here we go.
Looking at the numbers of how many clears, this looks a lot like a Vegas stage 1.
It does, which I think is very much the design.
Yeah,
This,
and
guys,
they were
this is
shooting
not a
for.
ninja comp. This is the finals for the
Yep,
year.
This is just like Vegas, basically. This is our Vegas. Ooh, wow.
Ooh, that was a little scary, wasn't it? Here we go. Nice high grab. There we go.
Kick at the
Nice high
end.
grab.
Good. Ooh, a little shake on the box.
Slide in here.
Goes the cameraman.
Here we go.
And we are joined by Jeff Britton right now. Jeff, good to see you, man.
Hey
Here
guys,
we go.
how's it going?
Anthony is
Justin,
down.
Chris.
There we go. Onto the mat.
Special guest.
Anthony is so fast. I've
What?
competed with him his rookie season, his second season, and he just books. I think he's had the fastest time in qualifiers twice now.
Yeah, you know
1
what?
minute to
He's
go.
being a bit conservative right now, though. I think. I mean, he's slightly ahead of most competitors.
Oh! He
Wow.
goes down on the Lachey drop to the tramp. It looked like he hit it with 2 feet separated and
Wow.
just fell forward.
And I think a little too forward on the tramp. The very end of the tramp doesn't have that same support and flexibility. It kind of shoots you forward and almost down. You just don't get that support.
Some guys use that technique though, the 1 foot, 2 foot on the bigger tramps, right, Justin?
Oh
You know, a
yeah,
little
for
one
the
like
big
that.
ones. Yep. So if it's the if it's like the trampoline type of a bed, those huge ones that you see on the show that we had on like the TikTok or whatever, then yeah, the 1-2, which I actually did when I tested. I liked that, but for this type of a tramp, I don't think it works. Yeah.
So we have Melanie Watson up right now, going through the steps. 1, 2 across. She's sticking it.
wow.
This is legal. This is
stick
legal.
with
Don't
the
use your
feet.
hands.
Nice.
She's stepping across, and she is through.
That
She
was
is
awesome.
through. She recovered on what looked like it was total disaster
That's
onto
what
the
makes
Lachey bar.
Ninja Warrior great right there.
It
Someone always
is.
finds a different way to do something and gets it going.
Incredible.
You
and
think
that's
you
good
know
TV.
the way, and then you find out somebody's going to do something else to make it be successful.
So good. And that's one of the things that I appreciate most about watching this. Not only seeing the new techniques and stuff, but the fight. Because
Yeah.
the fight is
Yeah.
what brings that out, right? Like the fight in a competitor. And I love to see people just really push through, do whatever they can to make it
1
happen.
minute to go. 1 minute to go on her run. Let's see how she sticks this. Good. She hit the
Nice.
very front end of that mat so that she didn't fall forward. She's got a good jog going on here trying to move through the next obstacle. She's down to 47 seconds. What do you think's going to happen here, Jeff? What's she going to go for? You think she'll try the one bounce or?
I think she's going to try and stop, settle herself, and go again. This is a hard course for the women. It's a lot of big movement.
She's still clear. She's still good.
Yep.
She
That
is
was good
still
save.
good. Her hand did not touch anything inappropriate or her feet.
Oh, just short.
Tried to generate that bounce with just a couple of little bounces and just not enough to be able to get to that
Just
Lachey
didn't
bar.
have it. It's close though. And
Very
here's
good.
the leaderboard. So again, Tiana Weberly leading things off. Then we have Rachel, Beth, Megan Beatty's now bumped down to number 4. But then Stephanie, our Olympic athlete, number 5. Jessica Bernard is number 6. Melanie Watson, number 7. And Christy Cook is the 8th place right now on our leaderboard. Plenty of strong female athletes still to go. And a ton of other awesome athletes. And again, Jeff Britton here in the studio. Pleasure to have you, man.
Oh, thank you, Justin. It's great to be here. I love coming out, seeing all the ninjas, and everyone's just killing it. They're getting so strong. It's great to see. There's, what, 234 ninjas competing today?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
And from all over the world. We were just talking about how this is a global competition and how cool that is, you know? All
There's
right.
Chad
All right,
Ruth.
come on, Chad.
Nice quick steps.
Chad Strong. Chad could definitely. Oh, Rachel! Oh, no!
Tried to skip that Lachey bar and
I
just.
think so. I didn't watch every run, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time somebody went to the red, straight to the PBC. I want to say.
I'm thinking there in the first block there might have been one person that tried it that was unsuccessful
also
as well.
didn't do it?
Nobody has.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's stuck it yet.
I eyed that up. That's the type of thing that I would love to play around with. Like, this is a course also that I would love to run back. So I like to train courses over and over and over. And this is a fun course for that because I feel like you can complete every obstacle back to back over and over, right? And that's something that I would like to play with. But in competition, that's not something that I would mess with. I'd rather play just a hair safer.
Phaedra Dopek is the next runner going through the steps here, and hands go down. Look like her foot slid going down there. Jeff, we don't have much time between runners, but real quickly, what's your impression so far of this course and this comp?
I think it's great. I think it's a fast-paced course where really it's going to play to your cardio strengths, right? Like, you have to move. And that's something
run between obstacles.
Right. So I think it's a great representation of a stage 1 for national finals like this, or a world finals, I should say. Here we go. I'm really excited to see stages 2 and 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with all the obstacles here. Oh, and by the way, so here's Matt Janicki.
Yep, Matt has competed in the Midwest a good deal. I think he's like 47 maybe or something like that. So a very strong competitor in a number of the comps that I've been to, especially for the 40-plus crowd.
I love seeing how all the competitors have chalk on their legs. Everybody's chalking up their pants. That's so great to see.
I think back 2 years ago at the finals, and I remember you loading up, if I'm not mistaken, and it's like, can you do that? And it's like, yeah, you can. So I started doing that myself, and now everybody's doing it.
There's
I wonder what the percentage of people actually using it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's psychological, right?
Yep.
I know I can if I need it. Matt's running hard here. He's looking great.
Yeah, he's really putting the
and
work.
actually, right at the 1 minute mark. Okay, let's see here.
Caught up inside the box for some reason.
Here we go. Okay, Matt, let's see how he's going to handle this. Timing-wise, okay. Oh!
Looks like he
wanted to go with the one bounce and then discovered he couldn't.
Yeah,
No time to recover with the
Second
transition.
thought it.
Yeah, you can't second guess yourself on any obstacle, can you?
Exactly.
Great job, man.
Yep, 100% commitment.
Jonathan Angelili.
Here's the men's leaderboard again. We have Joe Capel leading it off, followed by Jake Baker, Thomas Stillings, James McGrath. Super strong. Look at the leaderboard, and we're only like what, halfway through? And here's Jonathan Angelili. I was talking about him before.
Jonathan
Strong.
is
Look at him.
Very good performer.
The only thing about Jonathan, we were talking about this beforehand, is Jonathan usually is very methodical. He takes his time. He meditates a lot. He's a very chill, very awesome dude. And he kind of brings that to the course. He's very chill.
Speed chorus,
And I told
not so
him,
much.
Exactly. And I told him, dude, just go.
Yeah.
Forget about,
Don't
taking
think,
your time.
don't
You don't
think.
need, on this course, I said you're strong enough. You don't need it. Believe me, just
Yep.
go. So we'll see if he's doing great so
Good.
far. There we go.
Yeah, he's moving through very
Great
well.
hook.
I've always appreciated watching him run courses because he is so smooth. He's
Yeah.
one of those guys who, when he does it, he makes it look easy every time.
Yeah.
And I love people like that.
Going back to actually focus, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the thing for him is like he's so focused.
Yeah.
He's very good at keeping the focus on like his foot placement, his hand placement. He knows where he is at all times. He's kind of, just in touch with his physical nature. He's good.
41 seconds, 40 seconds left.
And you're correct, but you see he pauses before every obstacle, and that might come back to bite him, and then he's going to have to move.
He really is going to have to move. He's got
He's
30
behind
seconds
right
to
now.
go. Yeah, he's got the warped wall still. He's got this rolling wall.
Gotta go!
Come on, Jonathan. Come on, Jonathan. Got to
Nice.
know
Nice
Jonathan.
grab, no problem, but he's got to straight run it right now.
He
You got to get
does.
down that pipe quickly. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, good.
14 seconds. Let's see
go,
what
Jonathan.
he can get. How far can you get? Come on.
Oh, 10 seconds is not quite enough.
Not going to be enough.
Come on.
Let's see if he can get that next catch.
No.
He knew he needed to give it what he could. And
Yep.
It's like,
Unfortunately, I think that was the best way to go about it. He just had to give it last-ditch effort.
What do you guys think the minimum time is getting to the flying squirrel to complete this course?
Very good question.
20 seconds, maybe?
we had one earlier that just totally surprised us that he actually did finish, and it might have been closer to 20 seconds because most people with 30 seconds to go is very doable, but somebody really surprised us.
I feel like he might have been a little less than that. Yeah, like 18 or something
Was
like
it
that.
that low?
Yeah, maybe. Not too sure. I remember in looking at just the testers and everything, we were looking at about 25, but yeah, we were surprised a few times.
Yeah.
Good question. We'll see. We'll see if we get any more surprises. I would
Tegan
put it at-
Robles
I would put it at
going
18.
here.
That's my bet.
Tegan's got a nice kick, and we're heading up
She's
Moving up
looking
to the
good.
next obstacle.
And we have a star-studded studio right now. We're also now joined by the Island Ninja.
Oh, what's up,
Here
y'all?
we go.
What's
She's going to
up?
stick it. Oh, she got
right
it.
stick.
She pulled that leg down.
Just in
and was able to
time.
maintain it.
For an exciting run.
Here we go.
So what's up, dude? How you feeling about this competition so far?
First off, that obstacle she just went through, people are maybe overlooking. When I hit that thing, it wobbled big time.
Did it?
So bigger people, that thing is going to move big time. And then this is the one I was curious. I was going to stop here and then didn't. So I'm glad she caught herself here, reset.
And those that are stopping are not taking the time they need to really build the bounce up from scratch, and they're often not being able to reach that lache bar.
Yeah, I was set on stopping. I was sure I was gonna stop, and then as soon as I threw to it, I bounced and went on. So I don't know.
Now, sometimes it'll work for your to your advantage, but often though that can mess up your run. I mean, I'm sure you've been in that situation. We were talking about this a minute ago with Jeff, right? Where you want to be 100% committed, right? So what do you think about that? Like, because sometimes you do need to game change, but sometimes, I mean, most of the time, I think it's better to stick to a plan, right?
It's always good to have a plan and run the plan. But there's a part of Ninja that has in all runs this ability to just turn on your instincts and just Ninja react to stuff. And sometimes you realize, oh, it was further than I thought. Well, the bounce wasn't quite enough or whatever, and you just kind of got to react. So it is. I definitely agree, though, with making a plan is step one.
David Sellers is our 37th runner, and he's down to 1:12 here as he comes down our zip trip. And
the one-arm swing has been the move. People love the one-arm
totally, 100%.
Style
good
points.
speed to this next obstacle.
Is anybody adding up style points right now? I will. Island Ninja style points for the one-arm swing. I like it. All right.
Here we go. Let's see, Dave.
He's going to bounce right away. Ooh, I thought he looked like he was going for it.
He could. Nope. Settle. Oh, grabbing the tramp head to keep himself on. That's good.
Right on.
That worked. Didn't touch the ground.
Here's another thing.
A little reserved here. Too many swings.
Yeah.
Too many swings.
Here we go. Come on, David. Come on, David.
Ninja works.
Here we go.
Ninja works. You're killing it on
Ninja
the angle.
works.
All right.
Hey Grant, how was that feeling today? Was it pretty tacky? Did it feel good?
That's what I was gonna actually say. Is it is not tacky at all. I literally thought I was gonna fall when I was in there.
Okay, he's up the work ball. He's down to 16 seconds.
in there.
16 seconds. Come on, David. Let's give it all you got.
This is going to put our theory to the test. Well, he's only got 10 seconds. I mean, there's no way. No way.
Let's see if he can at least make the catch. See if he's got enough of a kick now. He's down to 4 seconds.
Right
This is
now.
going to be tough. Yeah.
Oh, go all the way. I like that.
Got through 8
Send it one
obstacles.
time for the boys.
Chris is coming up. Fantuzzo.
Chris Fantuzzo, here we go. I was talking about Chris earlier. So this is the son of Carl Fantuzzo from the Warrior Factory. He has been training all year at the Warrior Factory and a mixture of skills. He's been doing breakdancing, calisthenics, bar workouts, that sort of bar star type of stuff. Let's see how he does. I hope he does well.
Excited to see his run. He moves like an athlete. If you just watch him, he's so confident. I think his abilities, having a gym to train at now with his dad, it's awesome. I love the family aspect of this family right
Yeah.
here. There's obviously great families, Chris, out there.
That's right.
Popping right off.
Definitely
Looking
smooth
good.
through that.
Oh, so a little too slow here.
Yeah,
I don't like
it's
this.
a jog pace right now, and we're sitting at 1:16.
What is it? They say every great athlete always has a clock in the back of their head that's ticking.
Ooh.
Set it for a minute 30.
That's right.
If you round
Know
this
where you
corner
need to
and
be
take
by
off,
when, right?
Right.
He's in a jog though. He's kind of got his jog pace. I think he's going to keep.
I'll tell you what,
Like-
this is about, he's on pace for the 1 minute mark is where a number of athletes have been right at that wall.
Yeah. And like we said, that's fine as long as there are no hiccups.
Exactly. He's not
But so
behind.
there you go. Taking an extra swing. That's a second.
This is gonna
Bouncing
be
here is
tough.
another second. This is going to add up.
This is going to be
so
tough.
He's got a book now. Hopefully there's no hesitation before the spinning log. And if there isn't, a little hesitation here, but... Oh, is it
I think
good?
he's clear. Oh, no. The foot must have
Wow.
touched. The foot must have touched.
Foot touch, yep.
So close.
Man, you guys are analytical.
Grant, what did you feel in your
Look at
run?
that in slow
Oh my
motion.
gosh, dude, I haven't even thought this hard about my own run. Y'all are out here dissecting all.
You have to listen to a playback of our video for you. No, I'm
It's
just
all,
kidding.
yeah, you're like, "Yo, this clown. I know, for real.
You know what, on a course like this, though, where like a half a second will be the difference between not only between
definitely.
you winning and not winning, but by the end of the day, it's going to separate first, second, third, fourth places. It's all going to be, I think, my prediction is within like a few seconds, like 3 seconds.
Very similar to Team Ninja Warrior with Ninja versus Ninja airing here in a month. If people are going to really see the idea of just turning it on, and I actually was thinking keep moving and move at a good pace, maybe 80%, but I wasn't like go 110. Team Ninja Warrior is like 110 full on gas in it, and so I went with that little bit slower pace, but really I had already decided my moves with that little bit of change up, that you never know might happen.
Your slower pace was pretty impressive, buddy.
Nice, Marissa on the
Number
dismount.
40, Danielle is through the first 2 obstacles, heading up now to our zip line zip trip.
First off, I can appreciate any kind of stylish pants, so shout out to her yoga pants right now. Style points awarded.
Doesn't this obstacle look fun? I just want to go do it. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
awesome.
I like it too. I was saying it's not like Vegas where if you let go, you splash water. This is like you just kind of got to hug the mat and it absorbs you.
Yeah. So Jeff, what do you think about a fun run later, man?
maybe some stage 2 and 3 fun
I heard they were
runs.
looking. Yeah, dude, I heard they were
Yeah.
looking for testers.
That
I
would be
mean,
great. I'm
hey,
definitely,
dude, just get
I'm
out there,
definitely
have some
on
fun.
for that. Yep.
Hell yeah, awesome. Might get to see Jeff Britton crushing it. Oh man.
There's
Out.
been one girl so far who did a
Great job, though.
and go,
Also,
right?
wearing a Warrior Factory shirt. And there's Carl Fantuzzo and the rest of the Warrior Factory crew.
See her? Tiana did a
I think there was
great job.
2 then.
I think there might be 2.
Dude, I also want to just say shout out to Ninja Works because I remember when they just had their, their first little clock that was like had timers and then all these bigger things that they were talking about, and this is it. This is the big deal. We got the camera angles everywhere. We got announcers. We got the buzzer beaters. We got everything going on, man. And I just soaked on that business because I know some gyms, especially up north, where they got lights going on, the smoke, the real deal excitement. So these angles, I don't know. I haven't been watching this, but look at these angles down the spider and everything.
Legit.
So cool.
Legit, yeah. It makes it fun to watch. Like,
Yeah.
it really makes it fun to watch and engaging. It's really cool. Great job to Ninja Works. And to Nate Brosey from Action Athletics. He's also very involved, and he's here with the production crew putting this all together.
Yeah,
Great job seaming everything together. Awesome.
Shout out to Nate too, doing the Wolfpack stuff. Man. He's been killing it over there, running that smooth.
Daniel Champagne up
I
to
like
the
that
shea
hop.
bar. Nice
I like
hop.
that hop. That was smooth. One
Here we
bounce
go.
to the back swing on the.
He looks very uneasy going through these obstacles. I gotta say, he does not look confident in his. I don't know, just in kind of look. He's a little stumbly.
He might be
So
amped up.
I was just gonna say, I hope it's just a little bit of beginner
go.
nerves.
Style
and it's gonna
points.
shake it.
Style points.
Daniel's our 40th runner for this block out of the 80 that we're going to see run in block 2. There we go.
I think my hands are starting to sweat, guys.
I know they do.
Yeah,
Just
me too.
watching
All day,
this,
all day, yeah.
You want everybody to do well.
Yep.
Nice.
Here we go. Ooh, a second kick. Come on. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, wow. I think that was the best sag I've ever seen on
Into it.
But he held it.
That
He
could be a
held
new
it.
challenge right there.
Yeah.
He just reset himself. Now he's focused. Now he knows he has to try hard, and he's going to try hard for the rest
We
of
are
the way
at
out.
32 seconds. Can he do it, Jeff?
Turn it up.
He's got to go right into the wall. There he goes.
Good.
He's got to just book right now. He's got to slide straight down that
But
pole.
he's got to turn it up.
We are at
He's going to test
20
his 18
seconds.
Turn it up.
Uh-oh.
Turn it
This,
up.
here we go. Let's
Wow,
test
he's
this.
not there yet,
Here we
though.
go.
Get into
not.
it.
This is 15 seconds. I don't know if that's enough.
He looks like he's
gotta
in
go,
pain.
he's gotta go.
He did.
Oh,
He did.
went for it, though. I love it.
Yeah, you.
We talk about the mental part of the game. That clock was ticking in his head. He knew he had to go.
You gotta spend it or send it sometimes, and that is how you do it. He knew he had to go, knew he didn't have quite the pump, but went for it anyways. You never know. Sometimes you work a miracle out there.
So much respect for anybody who goes out like that. To me, that's like going out like a warrior, right? You go out trying your hardest.
right.
Doesn't matter what. You're not just dropping. You're going for it.
No one wants to swing until the time goes out. Send
No.
it with the last 10 seconds to go for the boys.
I agree.
And the girls. Shout out to the girls. Tiana killed it.
Greg Manders. Runner number 41 in this block. We're over halfway now, effectively, as he runs through this block. Actually, halfway through the day.
Wow, it's flying. Day's flying. So are the competitors.
Another shout out to Ninja Quest. They have just been running such a tight comp.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility. And we also, we haven't shouted it out. Oh, very nice. We haven't shouted it out too much. I got to say, there's only a fraction of the actual obstacles from Ninja Quest currently, being used, right? There are so many obstacles packed into this gym in such a creative and efficient way, and they can drop obstacles at any time. They have, obviously, stage 2 and 3 obstacles that we're going to see tomorrow, so you'll get more of a taste, but just a really nice gym. If you get the chance, anybody who's watching this, come out and check this out. This is a great facility.
And we are absolutely going to see some more obstacles tomorrow.
It looks like he intentionally used the blue pad as a way of settling himself, because he knew he wanted to settle. The tramp bed obviously isn't as secure as like a solid foundation. I think he intentionally did that.
I don't know that we've seen that, but that makes a lot of sense if you want to control right off the bat.
Right to the pads. Right up the wall.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
Now he's
every attempt,
in
you've
a
already
tough
burned a
time
lot
crunch.
of energy. There we go.
Right.
We're sitting at 19 seconds.
18 seconds.
This is going to be really tough. Let's see what he can do.
Let's see how hard he pushes just to do it. Come on, man. You got to just chug at this
10
point.
seconds.
Let's go throw it.
First kick.
7, 6, 5.
Big kick. Here we go.
Throw it.
Got 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's got
He
the
would
grab.
have to go now, and
Out
he
of
is
time.
Way to go for it.
another one of those 2 more seconds, 3 more seconds, and you'd have had it.
Yeah. Oh, now on the starting
here we
block,
go.
Mike Myers, the course killer.
We got a course killer.
Mike's been training really hard. He's been running a lot. Does a lot of parkour as well as ninja conditioning. I don't think he's gonna have any problem with this course,
I
guys.
love Mike being out here for the finals. He started coming to New York Ninja years back as just a competitor. Then he became a coach at New York Ninja, and then I've just seen him just crush stuff.
Here we go, Mike.
He's just been training so hard.
He's in great shape right now.
So we have a little speed demon
Slide down.
right now with Mike on the course and Lauren Ball following him. This is going to be quite 2 runs. Let's go, Mike.
That's smooth.
Mike is very smooth. He actually looks like he's taking his time. He's not going chaotically. He's just kind of pushing through at his normal pace, which is good to see.
I'll have to say, that's the fastest I've seen someone get off that mat. That was smooth.
It'll
save you 2 seconds
He still
right
isn't.
there.
He's at the 1 minute mark now. Look at that pace.
Nice.
He's at a great pace.
I thought he was going to go right off that.
He had a little double pump in his hands, like it was just barely almost out of reach, but he caught it. Good awareness. Great job. Yeah, I love this pace.
He doesn't
because
even look winded.
He's not.
Oh, Mike!
Man. He's not rushing, but he's definitely not wasting any time.
He's got 42 seconds left.
He just tried
Come
to
on.
two sheep that
Tons
one
of
wall.
time.
Here we go. He's going to have a good 30 seconds, full 30 seconds to work with. And there we go, 28
grab.
seconds.
He looks like he's in cruise control,
Pump in
guys.
the back.
Plenty of time. Just nice kick and nice catch.
Nice. And this is him all day. There's no
19
reason not to get
seconds.
this.
Plenty
Plenty
of
of time.
Ooh,
Ooh,
he's going to
extra
go for
swing
the
just to be
bars.
sure.
Is he looking at that
No,
bar?
he's going to the
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, man, I feared him falling back. His feet sticking. It's
Everyone
slow.
knows
Awesome.
points awarded, obviously, on the landing. You know what, guys? It's been awesome tuning in with you guys. I'm going to come swing back through here in a bit. I need a closer view. I can't miss out on stuff like that.
Thanks for coming, Grant.
Right
Have
on,
a good one,
boys,
man.
right on.
See you, Grant.
Good.
Great run.
All right, back to the leaderboard. Joe Capo still in first. Jake Baker, Thomas Stillings, James McGrath in fourth. Perry Osterley is fifth. That's an international competitor. So our first international. Oh, now it's Lauren Ball. Back to back having these competitors is pretty amazing.
19
Lauren
finishers so
is
far.
known for speed.
Lauren, one of the few competitors to compete in every season of Ninja Warrior.
And to also be the fastest competitor, I think years in a row. right? I
Multiple
don't know.
times,
Yeah,
right.
multiple times in a row.
Working his way down.
It's going to be interesting to see his pace here between obstacles.
Yeah.
Lauren-
Interesting to see him not speeding.
Yeah.
He should have the conditioning for this. Living in Colorado, he's got that high altitude conditioning.
Yeah.
Oxygen's not a problem here.
Should be good.
Speaking of living in Colorado, congrats on the move, Jeff. I know that you're in Colorado now.
Thank you. It's been great. It was interesting coming here yesterday and getting to play with all these guys because it felt so powerful. There was so much oxygen,
Yeah.
It really is a thing.
That's so cool. I gotta do that then.
How you train has such an impact on how you perform, right?
Yep. Come on, Lauren. That was smooth. I think,
Whoa, a little slip, but saved easily.
again, having his own gym has helped him so much. He can set up whatever he wants and train however he wants. And that is critical to the success of a Ninja Warrior
Here we
athlete.
go.
Beautiful. Look at that.
36 seconds.
Plenty
36
of
seconds.
time.
Go.
Look at that. He actually shook
his
out.
hands.
Yeah,
That
he
was
shook
great.
out. That was great.
A few style points there.
I think I saw a little smile there too.
26 seconds. Should be plenty. Interesting.
Working
Not as strong of a kick as I thought that he'd
Yeah,
go
taking
for as
a few
quickly.
extra swings. You know,
He's down to 13 seconds. Should be plenty of time.
pumping through the first piece of this course, even if you do have that cardio. Here he goes.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Finish.
You're still you're booking through all these obstacles. So, you know, you're winded by the end. And so I can tell you, having done this a little while ago, that because I was out of breath, I just wanted to take extra swings just to be sure that I had way more than enough time, you know, air, whatever I needed. I didn't want to take the chance because, you know, I just felt a little kind of run down, you know, by the end of the course.
And your vision starts to tunnel a little too when you start to get tired
True.
like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris DeGangi?
Yes.
no, is DeGangi up right now?
There he
Okay.
is.
So,
Nice. So another ninja that was on the East Coast for a while, but just moved away recently to
Chicago.
To Chicago, and
Yep.
he's doing the ninja thing out there, and he's a software engineer. He's out there with Jesse LeBrec and a whole bunch of other ninjas running the ninja gyms out there, which look awesome, by the way. Have you been to those gyms?
I have not, but they were one of the few gyms that ATS Sports actually built.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just talking to one of the ninjas about that. Yeah, that build, and the reason is because the build looked beautiful. I said, "Who designed that? Who built it?" And they said ATS, and I was surprised to hear that. I didn't know that ATS was doing like a commercial gym build sort of thing.
They were, yep. And
Okay.
we actually took some of the obstacles from Ninja vs. Ninja and sent them directly out there after the
Oh,
show
wow.
finished wrapping.
Okay,
Yep.
they've
That's
been
really
tested
cool.
and proven.
That is really cool. I would love to have an actual obstacle from a course in my gym. That's got extra cool points to it.
Now that's style points.
All right, here's the leaderboard again. So I left off with Perry. Oh, I'm going to leave with Perry again. The board's gone. All right, now the female competitors. Again, Tiana right up front. Rachel, Beth, Megan, Stephanie, Jessica, Tegan, and Melanie. I mean, we already read these names before, but look.
2 8s.
Yeah, Chris is pointing out we got 2 8s at the top, followed by 2 6s, and a string of 4s down at the bottom. Stephanie, the only one just completing the 5th. Really strong here.
So this is a 9 obstacle course. 2 women have finished 8 obstacles, almost finishing the whole course.
Well, we have a break here. I want to put you two on the spot. We were talking about this down below with all the ninjas earlier. How many female finishers will there be at the end of the day?
Oh, we got that question in the car.
You did?
Yeah. My knee-jerk reaction, Chris DeGangi messing around like that was the actual one. That's kind of a test buzzer. My knee-jerk reaction was to say maybe none because of the time limit, because of how hard this is, and because of, I mean, just kind of looking at how many strong competitors have already run. But I mean, we've got Abby Clark coming up. We've got some other really strong female competitors that could do it. And I hate to put a number on it, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna balk on that one. What do you think, Chris?
So
What
I
do you
could say, hey, I've got a daughter. I'm void from voting.
Yeah, right?
If I had to guess actual finish, I'm gonna say 4 would be the max, and I don't know if it'll be that high, but I'd be really surprised if we end up having 6 women finishers. However, I think we can get a ton of women through 8 obstacles. I think it might be like you said, Justin. It's going to be that time and the ability to finish within this time frame all 9 obstacles.
Yeah. And here comes Chris DeGangi.
DeGangi, here we go. So we have some fun ninjas helping out the timer here.
You can hear the support. So Chris DeGangi is part of a crew that assembled way back in Jersey when the Warrior Lab first started. It used to not be called the Movement Lab. It used to be called the Warrior Lab. Chris DeGangi, me, Mike Bernardo, Chris Wilczewski, I mean, just so many guys from the Beast Coast, as we call it, used to train together. We're all down there cheering. Now that he's back home, super excited to see him.
Clear.
Chris had a breakout season this year on Ninja.
Yeah, he did awesome.
He got to come out. He was away for a while. He wasn't getting. I don't think he got a call one year, and you know we've climbed together so many times when he lived in Maryland, and such a great guy. And I'm so glad to see him back and just killing it.
Nice bounce.
There you go. Good. Nice and smooth. Good.
And into the spider, good. He's also a longer competitor. You can see he stumbled at first, but he's just strong enough and he knows himself well enough. He locked it in.
He has great body awareness, Justin.
Clear.
Very good. Warp wall should not be an issue.
He's also another methodical competitor. A lot of focus. 30
Got time.
seconds.
He's got the time. Let's see him
definitely
finish.
got
Come on,
enough
Chris.
time.
Let's finish this.
And so it's interesting because this is where he went out on the show this year.
Yep.
Was from the squirrel to the landing.
I don't think history is going to repeat itself.
I don't think so.
15
Oh,
seconds.
look, he got his hood on.
15
Style
seconds.
points. It was
There you
great.
go. Here we go.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Beautiful. Look at that landing. How poetic.
Love it.
Very cool.
Love it.
Finisher number 21.
21.
Actually, that was a question that we started with at the beginning of the day. How many total finishers are we going to have?
54.
54. What do you say, Justin?
Huh. Well,
Jeff
you know
says
what?
54.
Given that, you know, third wave here is going to have most of our strong competitors. Wow, I think it's a really good. Isaac Caldiero now on the starting block.
Are you ready? Here we go.
I think a lot of people are excited to see him back in Ninja.
Yeah. He is definitely beginning to start
Yeah, you know,
showing up in a number of
he
comps.
just kind of disappeared for a while, you know? I don't know. Do you know what he was doing, Jeff, by any chance? I don't know what he was, you know, if he was training ninja, if he was just rock climbing.
I think he was just climbing, Justin.
On the zip line.
He
Yeah,
has
and I think
always
he's doing a
just
lot of
loved
climbing now
climbing,
still.
and that
I
was
think
just
this-
always...
This course is going to be a test for his cardio and running. I don't know if he's been training, things like that. If he has, I think he'll do well. If not,
Yeah.
could be a trouble for him.
Here we go.
Here comes the hand and the hook. Yeah. Looking very controlled, but almost over conservative. I don't like the conservative approach here. I want him to be running in between obstacles.
And he is at the 1 minute mark, so he's on a fine pace to finish. Again, like you said, if it's smooth and clean.
Watch the mats on this.
You know, he's been away from Ninja a while. He's kind of missed the new breakneck speed of modern Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, right.
It looks like he's doing great.
Yep.
He's gonna go all the way through.
There you go,
the
looking
map.
good.
Clear.
43 seconds through the balance.
Going
Here
right
we go.
into it. I like that.
Clear. Nicely done.
Right into the warp wall, too. All right.
He's gonna have just under 30 seconds, so it's beautiful. You think it should be pretty doable.
I mean, he's upper body all day.
Yep,
I mean, that's
yep.
just... That's
He's
his-
not going to have a problem here.
Yeah,
Yep.
so this is another clear.
Go.
I think all the other competitors are going to get nervous if he clears stage 1.
Seconds left.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
threat on
that's-
2 and 3.
Now you're talking 2 and 3, right? 11 seconds.
Going for the dismount.
He's there.
Nice.
Watch that back foot.
What a solid landing. You just stuck it standing upright. Very nice.
Okay.
Very strong.
46 competitors so far in the second block.
There's a leaderboard again. Okay, leaving off on Perry. Then we have Grant McCartney at number 6, Derek Matthews number 7, Eli Bell number 8. Beautiful. Eli's a young competitor.
Thumbs up.
We had about 5 of them or 6 of them within 2 seconds of each other. Just really, really
There you go.
close.
Yep. And as the day goes on, that's going to get closer and closer, and it's going to fill out the leaderboard from 1 to 8. Is going to be just seconds apart.
Okay, so we have Timur Urakov, is that what it is? Here we go.
Timur.
Actually, Jeff, we talked earlier about the best conditioned person in the gym is the guy wearing the blue with carrying the camera behind every athlete all
That
day.
guy.
Always look to the cameraman.
Yeah, exactly.
I may have some
It was like a
experience
setup,
with
right?
that.
It was a setup.
Moving through here.
Yeah, you got to appreciate this guy, man. Look, he's there all the time wearing blue, man.
Stratus looks like he's getting a workout in, too.
Oh, yeah. And
Look
you
at
guys
him.
know that anytime you're running a comp, you're probably getting a pretty good workout. For one, there's
Absolutely.
very few
Yep.
breaks. We're down to 47 seconds. Nice tap and catch on the lache bar into the spider. Looking good.
Nice. Hooking the feet first and then kind of wiggling the body.
He's going to be dealing with time as an issue here because we're down to 33 seconds now. Going to have to let it all go.
He's got to make up some time here. He may not have enough. even if he's really efficient
Yeah.
here.
He's going to have
Which is
probably
not-
15 to 18 seconds, if that. No, not
Yeah,
even
it's
going to
not
have
gonna
that.
be enough. But
Going to be a good run. Completed 8 obstacles, and let's see what he can do on the last one.
all right, give it everything. Let's see it.
12 seconds, 10.
Very low.
Surprise us, come on.
His kicks.
Come on. Knew his time was running out.
A good run.
Great job, Timur.
Oh, and there's his boy.
Oh, the Neuro Ninja.
Cool.
Okay, so I believe we're going to have Seth Rogers up next.
Seth Rogers. Not familiar with Seth. I don't know. Looks like triangle on the shirt. Is that Colorado maybe? Anybody know Seth?
Going off his pants, I'm going to say he has a parkour background.
Yep. I'd say that's a safe bet. Nice. A longer competitor too.
Yeah.
Bouncing swing.
Swinging up there.
Didn't need the spring. Pretty much can reach that. There we go. Let's do the dismount.
Good tech. No problem.
Nice
This
stage.
obstacle right here reminds me of season 6, Justin, with the silk slider in Vegas on
Yes,
stage 1.
exactly.
Very similar.
And so I
Remember that
gotta say,
year?
that's where I picked up that tech. So I tested that year, and that was the year when I think it was that year where was that the year where it was really slippery? I remember James McGrath went out and it was wet, right? And that was a concern for all the athletes. They were like, the landing is actually wet. How are we going to stick a wet landing? And in testing it, that's what got me through was the right hand hook on the back of the obstacle. So
I completed it the same way. I slid into it, baseball slide style, and grabbed the backside to stop
Yeah.
myself.
yeah.
There was also some allegations of over or underinflated
Yeah, bouncing on
as well, I
sliding on
believe.
that.
But having worked for ATS, I can safely say that currently that never happened.
That's right.
We go to great lengths to not have that ever happen.
That was the year that there were so many fails that they actually stopped the runs and ran a tester or two through just to show people you can do
You can
this.
do it. Yep.
And then it changed, and people started sticking it again.
It's amazing how often that happens.
Yeah, it's so mental. I mean, you got to have all the physical, but
Beautiful.
Another
Great
finisher.
Great run.
Another
Very
finisher.
smooth. Another dark horse.
Very cool.
Seth Rogers.
There we go.
Looks like number 23.
Looks like he's grabbing his shoulders a little bit. That's an intense obstacle on your shoulders, the squirrel.
Yes, I'm impressed how many people hold it after just completely locking out their arms, grabbing the second one.
And you see them the grimacing, and you see the pain in their face, and they still hold on.
I feel like everybody would want to grab it still in some sort of L, but the distance makes that impossible for most people.
Yep.
So Auntie Lee.
And TV, he's been competing for quite a while on the
Has he?
show.
Okay. Here we go. Nice kick.
Very good flow. Looking good. It's so funny how well I think I could tell right away from a person's swing and from their lache, right off the bat. It's only the second obstacle, but I think he seems athletic. You can tell somebody who's been swinging for a while and somebody who just kind of seems stiff. Who doesn't quite get the motion.
It is amazing. You can tell almost immediately how they're going to do just based on their body language and their ability to move. You're so correct. You can see when someone's going to give up, or you can see when they're going to succeed.
Yeah.
So what do you project here? We're going to have a finisher?
I think we
Based
could.
on-
I don't know him,
I think he's going to finish.
but you said you've seen him from the show a few times?
Yep. Look at him. He's wearing the old school MR10s there. Nobody really wears those anymore. Everybody went to the Zantes.
Yeah. And then all the debate is about which the best Zante, right?
Yeah.
Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4?
These were great shoes right here. I wore them for a couple years. Nice.
Nice. And he's
We're sitting there 27 seconds, so it's going to be...
This is going to be our test right
yeah,
here.
yep.
20 seconds.
Oh, no. 18 on the tramp jump.
Here we go. Oh,
So-
and he didn't get the benefit of that.
Oh, great
first
swing.
catch.
Look at that kick.
Yep.
Yeah.
They should
An
have
extra
gone.
swing. He's going to have to do it. Ooh, this is going to be
Got it.
tough. He's
All
got
right, he's
7
gotta push it.
seconds.
Big kick.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He's going to have to go.
Right here.
This has got to be it.
Come on, go.
This has
Go.
got to be it.
Push it.
He's there. Oh, fail.
Oh,
See a fail.
no.
What are they saying? What's the message? We're going to get the message. They're going to
Watch the
check.
video, guys.
They're going to look at the
Video review.
video review. And I don't know if it was time or if it was the back foot that.
That's good.
Good.
Good. Nice.
Make your heart sink if you're him, right?
Yeah, right. So somebody thought, I think Strap might have thought there was a foot touch in the
Right.
water.
That's what I was
But he's
wondering.
clear. Beautiful.
Dan
That was a great
Delano.
run.
Dan Delano is next competitor here.
Awesome. This is a fun competitor.
He's a bowler, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, he's a bowler, and he in his submission video, he hooked up a full Ninja Warrior course, a legit one too. It looked really cool inside of a bowling alley.
Oh, really?
And he was like swinging from bowling pins and stuff. He's a fun guy. He now also runs a gym. I want to say it's Conquer. I'm pretty sure the name of the gym is Conquer, and it looks pretty good. It looks like a really nice gym. I haven't been there yet, but I've seen they had a competition, and from seeing him, we've trained together and been on the show together or whatever. He's a strong competitor, so I'm sure his gym is full of some really cool stuff.
He's definitely get some style points for that beautiful bowling shirt as well.
Yeah. But still wearing the Tigers, the parkour shoes. And just
Yeah,
a
I think
test.
there's a test.
Test.
Yep.
Boop, boop, boop,
I
beep.
understand, he says.
I do love this shoe debate on Ninja Warrior. What are the best shoes to wear? Against
Yeah.
everyone's blood pumping,
And
thinking
it's-
about it.
And it's funny, it pops up like every few weeks or something, or every other month. I
Well, if
feel
you
like
think
another
about
person's
it-
asking the question and kind of putting it back out there, you know?
The only piece of equipment we have is Ninjas, right?
Yep, and the only one you really want. Like, people have thought about putting like pads in places or something. I think actually the only other thing is like flexible pants. You don't want pants that are going to restrict you, but some people don't really care. Some people, you know, they either just train in their regular shorts. I mean, Drew Dressel, we see him out there in jeans
all the
sometimes.
time, right?
You know, it's just whatever you're comfortable in. But yeah, the shoes, no, he's still rocking the foam, you know, the fresh foams. Yeah, it's pretty much all about the shoes.
So while we're waiting here, what's Jeff Britton been up to lately?
Well, I recently moved out to Colorado, and we're actually going to be starting some Ninja Warrior gyms out in Denver, and then hopefully around the rest of the country. It's a company called Ninja Nation. We're really
Okay.
excited about it. We're just starting to put some information out there.
Cool.
You guys can go check it out online, ninjanation.com. We have a little bit of information there. We'll have a lot more in a couple of months here coming up. Looking to open around June 1st.
Around June,
Colorado for our first gym.
Very cool. So if you were going to describe the type of gym, I mean, it's a ninja gym, but is there anything in particular that you would say you're probably going to be specifically known for in your gyms?
I think we're going to be known for having really great obstacles with a great look and a really solid 12-week curriculum where kids can come out. We're going to put them through a great program where we focus on something different every week and really build up the ninja skills. And I'm excited. That's something that's available in a lot of other gyms, but I think we're going to have a unique outtake on that and really get these kids excited to go out. Really, we're trying to create access for kids.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of gyms out there, but there's not enough. Right? People are so excited about Ninja, and they'll be more excited with more accessibility.
Right. We were talking earlier, you have a great facility, and you basically draw some of the top other athletes, even if they're not ninja athletes, and then they're given the ability to have a place to actually go and train ninja. And, you know, it's funny thinking about this year being the year that we went to 19 versus 21 on American Ninja Warrior. So many of the people that are coming up in the pipeline, they aren't gymnasts converted to ninjas and wrestlers converted to ninjas. They're
like
ninjas
born
converted to
ninjas.
ninjas.
Yeah. Like,
and so it's like,
grew up
watch
being
out,
ninja.
ninjas of the past, right?
Yeah,
I would say
Because the crop that's coming.
wait 4 more years, and we're really going to see something special, especially if they keep it at 19.
Yeah,
Because the youth is always the future.
it really is something else.
And as Dan gets ready to go, we have one more special guest now in the studio. It's Carl Fantuzzo.
Hey, Big C.
What's up, guys? Jeff, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
You guys are all doing awesome up here in the live feed booth. I love it. The commentating, spot on as always, Justin.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Hey, your son did
It's a lot of
great.
fun.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what. I love competing, and I know you're not there yet with your kids, Jeff. And yeah, well,
Yes,
obviously
yes.
you are with yours, so you can.
My
attest
little
to it.
girl is still competing.
More nervous for your kids when they're on the course than when yourself is on
Right,
the course. So
right.
yeah, I was obviously pushing for him, but you know, this is Ninja Warrior, and that stuff happens.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but I was talking about how strong he is, man. I mean, you can see how strong he was on the course, and anybody can go out at any time, right? We've all gone out on the course, so it doesn't matter sometimes how strong you are. It's just a matter of it all being pieced together at the right time. Chris looks super strong.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, he's been training hard. Obviously, now we got the Warrior Factory in Rochester to train in, and that's definitely been a key component for myself and for him, keeping us strong and getting him up through the pipeline now, the next generation.
Yeah, and shout out to Warrior Factory. We were talking about that. So now you're a gym owner up there. Beautiful gym, by the way. And here goes Dan down the steps.
Come on, Dan.
Really fast.
There we go.
Let's see how he does after being iced out there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Interesting wide step there.
Oh, nice big jump.
Here we go.
He seems to
Down the bazooka.
to be really gunning for. He knows about the speed issue here. He knows
he's pushing it. He's pushing it. There we go.
Love it.
Okay, what's his approach? Here we go.
Ooh.
Good. We actually haven't had anybody go down there for a while. We in the first block we had a number of ninjas go down there.
Everyone's figuring it out now.
Yep.
We're also
The
getting
advantage
later.
of running later.
Yep. And we're also getting later in the heat where these people have more points in the National Ninja League, which could mean that they have trained more ninja
Right.
or placed more throughout the competition. So perhaps stronger ninjas, right?
Right.
So we could see some stronger and stronger technique utilized throughout the day.
You'd think so.
And competition experience definitely matters in this sport. The more comps you do, the better off you are.
Wow. So he was making
37
amazing
seconds here.
time
The second
with
warp.
one slip up.
Here we go.
Refocus, and he did it. Great job.
Okay,
Still
we're going
have
to test that 20
30
seconds. We're going to test the 20 seconds again. Here we go.
Let's see at what point he hits
Here
the
we
track.
go.
23
23.
seconds.
Well, we had a 18-second clear,
18
right?
seconds. That's
Yep.
the one. Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
See
Here
what
we go.
happens. If anybody can beat that. Hopefully we're
Here we
not
go.
biting our nails that hard. I don't know.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
want to see a 17
Okay,
seconds.
11 seconds, 10 seconds.
A lot of people
Here we
don't
go.
realize how hard it is to build a swing from a dead hang like that.
Yeah.
4 seconds. He's got to go. He's got to go. Nice.
Nice.
Looks like it's a clear.
Almost taking out the Ninja Works buzzer in the process, tackling it.
You see Ryan down there squinting to make sure that the feet did not hit that back man.
Ryan has laser focus on every technicality on this course. I love it. And Carl, you're so right. The optimal way to hit those is to stop your swing, right?
Yeah.
But then you're paying that price where you have to build it up again.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's one thing we teach a lot of guys in the gym. Same thing. It's that first thing is building momentum from a dead hang. There's a lot of technique that goes involved in that. People think you just go out there and do it, and being one of the older guys, getting in a ninja late, that's one of the things I had to learn. That actually bit me on a couple competitions early on in my career.
Absolutely. And Carl, you've had so many strong athletes actually coming out of the Warrior Factory so far, including your son, right, and yourself. What's the special sauce over there, man? What are you doing?
You know what? I think Jeff touched on it before. We want to focus on having good obstacles for kids and making it safe. The biggest thing is you want kids to feel comfortable going after that big lâché or that big jump. And without that comfort level, it's hard to really commit to things. So we got great trainers too. We put a lot of guys through the test, and it's all about family and getting guys where they need to be.
You also have a curriculum, right? You're making it progressive for students, right? Which is very important. Some gyms don't really have that. Some gyms don't really focus on a curriculum. They just kind of just train ninjas, go try some stuff. Without that progression built in, it's hard to gauge it's hard to know what's next.
No, you're absolutely right. I know you built your own curriculum, Ninja Sport, and that seems like a phenomenal curriculum. And that's the one thing too. And again, Jeff too. I know you guys. We've talked about this evening. Just trying to get things standardized in a standardized way to progress kids and to get them through things. And that's something I think you're going to start to see as the sport gets even larger and larger. You're going to start to see things get a little more standardized, and then watch out.
This is all about mastering an obstacle that you can train for that specific thing over and over. It'd be such a unique twist to the Olympics, which it would be cool to see.
They want it in the Olympics so badly because this is what the youth.
And Terry Smith is out.
I totally
Terry
buy
Smith
it.
making a mistake on the steps.
Oh, wow.
This would be the most exciting Olympic sport next to the 100-meter
wouldn't it?
dash.
It would be so incredible. But yeah, I mean, going back to Chris, what you were saying. I mean, I was watching. I think it's called the biathlon or something yesterday, where like you cross country ski and then shoot.
Yeah.
It's so specific.
Yeah.
So specific. Very specific distances and things like that. This would be the opposite. Total opposite.
Okay, number 53, Brianna Widener is up here. And we're just going to see her. She's successfully through the steps. Moving on, number 53 of, I think it's 80 that are running in this block. The next block will be starting at, I believe, 6:30. I think it's either 6 or 6:30 tonight. And if you'd like to see the results of the competition today, you can go to the nationalninjaleague.com website and see what the final or what the statistics and results are throughout today. Okay, Brianna's continuing to move through. Pretty good pace here. Moving on to the zip trip. So, Carl, just asking you real quickly, what's the most unique obstacle out here? Oh, we had a roll-off.
That speed is hard to judge coming into that, I think, for a lot of people if you don't have experience with it.
Yep.
And actually, how many ninja obstacles do you see that actually have like a pulley on them where you're really building up that speed?
It's very rare.
Distance?
Not a lot of gyms have kind of made the investment. It's kind of a big build. You have to have a lot of height, a lot of distance, padding underneath and everything. So there's very few opportunities to actually try that out.
Right.
Just for the occasion,
And
sir,
that's
you ready?
speed. So, Carl, I don't know if that's the obstacle that sticks out as the most unique.
It's a great obstacle, but I'll tell you what, don't overlook this first obstacle. A lot of people train these steps, and especially the ladies, they train using their hands because most gyms do not allow you, will allow you to use your hands. You come over here, and now you can't use your hands. It throws a whole new wrinkle. I'll tell you what, I was a little nervous going into that first obstacle.
And that angle is one that you don't often see at gyms, but especially not without hands.
Absolutely.
So Donovan is on the run right now.
And clearly leading in the style point.
Oh,
Yeah, as he always does.
I'm actually going to
Here we go. He's looking good.
From him on where he buys his clothes.
He's actually run the course on Ninja Warrior in a tuxedo, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
I want to say in St. Louis, season 6.
I think so.
Amazing. And he's looking flowy.
He's a great
I love seeing his approach through the steps was beautiful.
This goes back to your point of it doesn't really matter what you wear as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Donovan, during one of the comps, actually stayed at our house. He's a very fun guy, very down to earth, and just a great guy.
Beautiful. The least amount of clothes.
Aren't we all?
Here we go. He has got 33 seconds, 32 seconds. He's got the time here.
No, seriously, there's something
Looking
weird
good.
about wearing a shirt for me. I literally, it throws
Go
me
on,
off. It
Donovan,
totally
24
throws me off.
seconds.
He's got plenty of time, but
He had a pause there to look back at the clock.
Yeah, because the clock is behind the competitor
So
at
at
this point in
point,
time.
at this point, you're out of breath. So.
Whoa!
That's hard to believe.
A miss.
He was looking so strong.
I did not see that coming.
It's
Wow.
he knew he had it. He had the time.
Looked like he needed one more swing. I think he went a little early. I don't know why he got nervous. He had plenty of time.
And his left hand didn't make the holds, and I wonder if there were, I don't know, if like he was a little off centered when he threw
Yeah, it
or
didn't
something.
look like it was a totally
Because his
straight
right hand
on.
kind of made it. His left hand wasn't even close, so I don't know.
You know, one interesting thing, the timer for this, you can see for most of the course, but when you're on the final obstacle, you can't see it. Compared to when you're on Ninja Warrior, the end of stage 1, the clock is
Right
actually
in front
right
of
in
you.
front of you.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
intimidating if you're running late.
Yeah, and those buzzers are, and the speakers and everything are like right around you.
Yep.
So it's like a full body blast of like everything, all the sensory.
Let me
when
mess
you're
with
on
your
that
mind, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But having it behind you, maybe they just aren't aware they have more time. They don't have that extra swing. They just don't know that.
Yeah.
Could be playing into that a little bit.
We're going to take just a few minutes to get this camera set.
Okay, a couple of minutes. We can actually have another conversation about some of the very interesting things that are happening in Ninja Warrior. We actually have March 1st coming up. We have Ninja versus Ninja.
So far,
It's going to be on the USA Network. And for those of you that were there to either participate or watch, man, watching a ninja compete head to head against another ninja and share an obstacle. Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
Right. That is some next level ninja action. I personally love Ninja vs. Ninja. a little bit more than the show for that aspect of it. It's more exciting. It's definitely more exciting. You know, there's no stage 2 or 3, which, you know, of course, is a great part of American Ninja Warrior, but there's nothing like that head-to-head action. And as an athlete, you guys can attest to it, right? I mean, running side by side, there's another. So there's that level where, like, all right, you're running out of time, and then there's that next level when somebody's next to you and
yourself so far without somebody being next to you.
yeah, it's like what we were saying before, where you know, when you see an athlete do something and then you're able to do it, or vice versa, or if somebody fails, it kind of gets in your head. But if you see somebody do something, you're able to do it, and if somebody's a step ahead of you, somehow you can leap twice as far to get ahead of that person. It's so compelling.
Adrenaline, some type of adrenaline.
You hear those footsteps, and you look over, and they're right next to you, and you're going as fast as you can. You know they're going as fast as they can. It's exciting. And this season, much like Ninja Warrior, got better every season. Ninja vs. Ninja is by far the best season of Team Ninja, now Ninja vs. Ninja we've ever had. The course is exciting. Oh, it's so exciting. And they had some format changes this year that I'm sure everybody will see once it airs that made it a lot better for me, where it's not just here's this one course everybody's going to do.
Right.
They really kind of changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, saw some shots. ATS always does an amazing job, and this year, like, next level with the full, you know, graphics and everything in the background and everything. Shooting at night is very cool. How do you think that was for the athletes? So I haven't spoken to athletes about, like, the experience of it. You know, obviously, shooting during the day initially, that was rough because sun's beating down and everything, right? Night, you get to cool off, but it's also later in the day. So have you heard if there was a preference?
I think there was actually some trepidation about filming at night, just based on when you're going at that breakneck speed and pace, you're throwing yourself at that, and then you add in a little just physical fatigue, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. And there was a lot of nerves about that, especially because there's been a lot of injuries on Ninja vs. Ninja historically. Yep. So now you're adding in that tired element, and the Ninja Warrior, luckily it went through great, and I think it was better for it. I think it's a better time to do it. Like you said, it's cooler. It's grueling out there in the sun during the day, especially when you're pushing yourself that hard. I think people were able to recover faster, and it looks so much better. It just pulls that Ninja Warrior feel into it. So I'm a huge fan of it.
Speaking of grueling, how grueling is it for all the ninjas out there waiting for that 818 call right now? They got, what do they have? This is the
Dallas is still waiting, right? Dallas calls are
right now.
going on.
They're still open, right?
About another week, I heard that people were thinking that these calls might still be going out for Dallas. And if I'm not mistaken, actually, those calls are actually coming out a little earlier even than they have in the prior years, right?
Yeah, which is awesome.
Almost a full month right now.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
I thought.
There we go. Jeff probably too. The first couple seasons.
Competitor, are you ready?
2 weeks.
Tonight, can you show up?
Guys, season 4 for me, they called me on Thursday and said I had to be there by Tuesday.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our next
Within a week of
competitor.
notice, be in Miami. Stop everything you're doing.
Colton Sieber is on,
And I said, okay.
on the course. Here we go.
And here you are.
No one's saying no to that.
Colton's a Midwest ninja, been in a number of comps he's performed in, a very strong.
You know, the Midwest has grown into a powerhouse, I'll tell you.
Whoa!
I'd say historically the East Coast has been the Beast Coast, as Justin would say, but man, watch out for those Midwestern ninjas. They're coming on
There's a
strong.
bunch of them, yeah. And Colton often has tried to go speed. He likes to be the fastest runner of the night in a lot of the comps.
He's making good time here.
And he's a strong competitor.
It's interesting seeing the younger kids come up, seeing that speed is a huge factor, where when I started, completion
Make it
was
through, that's
absolutely.
right.
It's such a mental shift.
Okay, here we go. Colton's looking good.
High jump.
Colton's looking good.
All the way through.
Colton's good buddy
Clear.
Bryce LaRock is going to be running later in the night. He's one of my favorite ninjas of all.
Wow.
Way to go, Colton.
Moving quick.
Great
He's got
awareness.
40 seconds right now.
Beautiful time.
He is cooking. Colton likes speed.
Chris,
Let's see
you're
how he
right. He
finishes.
does like speed.
He
is
does.
hustling.
Oh, straight
And
into
we
it.
actually have some other Midwesterners coming down the road that like speed, so that's going to be interesting to see how this goes. He's down to 22
Beautiful.
seconds.
Gotta get it back up and swinging now.
He's got a good lache, so I think he'll be fine.
Straight to the
Nice.
Great job, Colton.
Very well done.
That could be our new leader. I don't know.
Colton looked really good.
Very strong
Number
show.
26 finisher. So we started at the beginning of the day.
Definitely not our new.
Number
is this
2.
updated? Oh yeah, he's number 2. There we go.
3
so
seconds
Joe Capel's
behind number 1.
3 seconds. There it is. Joe Capel holding out first, and now Josh Halberstadt Josh is a strong competitor out of the Gravity Forge in PA, Pennsylvania.
Clear.
There you go.
I was shocked by Dan Galzinski's fall. Speaking of Gravity Forge, that was heartbreaking.
Oh,
Yeah, Dan, seriously strong competitor.
Such a strong competitor. I don't think anybody knows how strong he is.
Yeah, unfortunately. And so, to his credit, I believe, Jeff, you perhaps would be able to tell me if I'm correct in this. I think.
Look at that.
So
speed.
nobody cleared in Philadelphia. I
We're at
believe
a minute,
he was
10
the
seconds,
only
guys.
person because he tested and he cleared.
That could be correct. I really don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was.
So the only
We're at the 1 minute mark.
Wow.
We're at
he
the
is
1
flying.
minute
He
to
is
go.
moving.
He is speeding. Look at this. He's going to be through this pipe with 48 seconds left.
Wow, good save.
Good save.
He's got easily the ability to be number one from
He's
a time.
Oh, no.
He can
That's gonna
finish.
cost him.
If he can finish.
Gonna have to regroup. Hit that wall hard. Let's go.
There we go.
2 hands on the top.
35 seconds.
Clear.
Plenty of time.
Dropping down.
What an unbelievable front pace that he had going. And
Gonna
here
hit
we
the
go.
Tramp at 25 seconds.
Good. High bounce.
Nice
You
kick.
see the great technique there.
Nice kick.
Solid swinger.
Nice.
Beautiful. Definite clear.
15
but he's
seconds.
gonna end up somewhere maybe top
needs to
5,
go.
but definitely not top 3.
Yep. Yep. Clear.
Beautiful.
He was close, but he's fully clear.
Solid effort.
Great run, Dustin.
Nice, man.
Hey, Kenny, how you doing?
Course we're set.
Good to see you.
Hey, man. Good to see you. We have Kenny in the studio. Also, Dustin's
Mike's
back here.
Salenzi.
Lots of ninjas coming by. Jeff Britton just came by to give some hugs.
Here we go.
Oh, and now Mike
Salenzi
Salenzi is
on the
on the
line.
starting
Here we go.
block. Mike Salenzi, very strong ninja. Also running a ninja gym.
Clear.
Amazing to see how many ninja gyms have sprung up. Oh, look at that jump. And how much ninja there just is out there. So now people can train ninja all the time. Guys like Mike get to basically hang out in their gym whenever they have some downtime, get a little bit stronger.
Mike is so fun to watch. It's so smooth. Great laches. This is going to be fun.
Nice. Good technique. He was kind of circling his hips a little bit to make sure that his body was in the right position. There was really good awareness there.
These speed ninjas are making it very difficult on that cameraman.
Yeah, right? You can see his shirt says the Stallion. He goes by the name the
Come
Stallion.
on, Mike.
Ooh, a little readjustment.
Really? Here we go. Here we go. We're sitting at 50 seconds here.
Go.
Looking good.
Clear.
Almost kiss our camera there on that one. Here we go.
Going right into the bounce. There we go. Not a problem.
Warp wall should be fine.
Up.
37 seconds. Plenty of time to
Very
finish.
good time.
Just stay quick and smooth through it.
Slide down. 30
There we
seconds.
go. Right about the 27 second mark. Mike should be very strong here from a lache standpoint.
Definitely got the upper body. Beautiful.
Got 18
grab.
seconds to do that last dismount.
Beautiful.
Plenty of
Got
time.
plenty of
Nice
time.
kick.
Yeah. All the way.
Tell you what, that was a pretty good time.
That was very nice. He's going to be in the leaderboard
I'll tell you
somewhere.
what, we've got
Where is
3
he?
finishers in a row again.
Hey, we just
Number
Oh, he's
nine.
number
we
9.
set
He's
the NNL
just out of
record.
reach
We
on
still
there.
have a wave to go.
Of total finishers?
Yeah,
I know our projections, I think, are going to be way off.
yeah. I had 30. I'm way off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I went to 60. You went
So,
to 50 on their
The
second.
commentary in the studio here is we have more clears. We've broken the record for clears for an NNL so far, and we're only part of the way through the second wave.
And a tough, fast course.
Clear.
It speaks, it's like an arms race. My wife uses the term that ninjas keep getting stronger and training, and then the obstacles keep getting tougher and tougher, and it's who can push the envelope the fastest and the best.
Clear. Onto the zip line.
Absolutely. It's great. I remember back in the day, season 4, one of the obstacles that we had was like, it was jumping bars.
Yeah, I saw
It was just laches. It was just like 4-foot laches. That was our obstacle.
That's right.
Or the jump hang. Actually, the jump hang was tough because it was really far away. But just kind of simple obstacles, right?
Right.
They're not so simple anymore.
They are not. Jarrett is looking good. He's at a good pace. He's coming up on he's beyond a minute. Here we go. So we down to 55 seconds.
Gonna go through the window.
Still looking good. We actually had the same experience in Cleveland. After that second night, we were at a restaurant and they were playing old Ninja Warriors from about 3 seasons or 4 seasons.
Oh, he went for the single.
Oh.
The one and go.
He is down.
But his knee's buckled, and he's out. The tuxedo shirt. Like that he's having some fun out there.
So they had an old Ninja Warrior on.
We got John Alexis up next.
right.
I can't say John is a factory-made ninja, but he does work for us now in Rochester, New York.
Does.
Love John. He is one of a kind. That's all I can say. I cannot wait to see him run this course. This course was made for him.
John's got a great background. Oh, so it's interesting. I was thinking of him in terms of like working at your gym, working at Action Athletics, and now that I think of it, the very first time I think he competed, he came out with his father, and he competed at a New York Ninja event, and that was the first time anybody met these guys, and they were super strong there, but then they just got like increasingly so much stronger. Then, he went to Action Athletics. He was there for a while. He's with the Warrior Factory now. Beast competitor. You see my Ninja vs. Ninja. He's on Le Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch those guys on March 1st.
Incredible.
I'll tell you, I think the spider is going to be very interesting for John because of his leg length. It's a tight spider.
It's going to be tough. That's going to be the one obstacle here, I think, that
Everything else
he might be a little
him.
worried about, and that might give him a little trouble.
Yeah,
but
it's very doable, but it's just going to be more interesting for him with those legs.
Exactly. With his skills, it's not going to be an issue. Oh, right into it. Our first competitor to do that.
He's
Not an issue at all.
Nailed it.
Just so smooth. Look at that. Flying.
And
He's got 50 seconds.
He's got 50 seconds to go.
50 seconds left on the clock. He's going to hit this tramp with 40 seconds left, close to it.
Here we go.
Hopefully they get the tramp out of the way for him. Good. Yeah, they were talking about that in warm-ups, moving that tramp because he's so tall.
Wow.
They did get it out of the way for him. Glad
And that
to see
just speaks to the professionalism
Here we go.
of this competition. Look at that. Taking in
30
every
seconds
factor
to go
into
on this
consideration,
last lachey.
making sure that every athlete has the right
Big
experience.
swing here. He could be sitting in first place after this run.
Easily.
Wow.
Easily. Boy, you know what?
Solid.
It's going to be like by 5 or 7 seconds or something.
4 or
got
5 seconds. Yeah.
21 and change left on the clock.
And
Uh-oh, what do we got going on here? Is there a dispute?
we're going to find out
I do
here.
see a yellow flag down.
Something that they're going to review.
I wonder if it was on the
yellow.
transfer on the trampoline, if his feet skimmed the mat, because I know a lot of people's feet were getting close to that mat on that lachey to the trampoline.
The lachey to the
The
trampoline.
lachey to the trampoline, yeah. I think that's where I did see the yellow flag just now when the camera flashed by there. Where was the yellow flag? Is it by the trampoline? It was. Okay.
So, unbelievable time. We're going to find out if there in fact was a violation, and it'll be counted as a fail.
All right, up next, here we go. Jamie Raw.
Jamie
Oh,
Run.
apparently we're good, I think. Because there's no announcement of a scratch. And now Jamie Ron, one of the strongest competitors
Are you ready?
out there.
Number 60
Strongest
out
competitors,
of
period.
Number 60 out of this block.
One of the nicest ninjas out there too. My first ninja experience ever. Jamie Ron spent about an hour with me on a warp wall in Fresno, California, trying to get me up that thing. My first competition ever before I was even ever on the show.
That's so Carl, almost same thing with me. Jamie was one of the first ninjas that I ever trained with. A friend of his said, "Yeah, Jamie's cool. Just hit him up, see if he wants to train sometime."
Here we
I
go.
hit him up because he was at the time he was working at Pinnacle Parkour and he was near the Movement Lab and 100% fully embraced me, brought me out there. I trained with him. I've stayed at his house, and he first showed me like trampoline technique. He was one of the first ninjas to walk me through like how to hit a tramp. And here we go. As he approaches a tramp,
Yep,
there you
nice
can
and
see it.
smooth. One kick and he's in.
Huge move.
Yeah.
Up there.
I was wondering if
Yeah,
he's going to stick it beyond that
crazy
mat
big
even. He's got a good time going, 42
And now
seconds left.
Jamie's another one of the ninjas that have decided to recently go out to Colorado. He has just relocated, or I don't know if he relocated yet, but he's on his way out there. He's going to be living in Colorado, and I believe he's working with the same initiative that Jeff was just talking about, the new string of ninja gyms.
Big moves.
There we go.
Big
We're down to
moves
23
here.
seconds. Doing fine.
Grabbing
Plenty of
that
time for Jamie.
second set of holds, no problem.
Look at that kick.
Big.
Nice.
Nice.
Little flare there
He
at the
like
end.
conged over it.
Some style points there for sure. Good
Absolutely.
run. Good run.
That's my favorite buzzer smash of the day.
Finisher number
And there's
29.
Warnke. Actually, so yeah, your daughter Michelle
Yep.
and Jamie are actually really close.
They are.
And there we go. Jamie's now number 4. So we have Jonathan Alexis, followed by Joe Capo, Colton Sieber than Jamie Ron, and 4-second difference between the first 3 competitors. It's getting more and more narrow.
Here we go.
Kelsey Fitzpatrick.
Very conservative approach. Hopefully she.
Nice move, nice.
There
turn.
we go.
Good.
I was hoping she would loosen up towards the end there, and she did.
Nice little hop to the lache bar.
Big swing. Nice.
Bazooka. See if she's going to hop closer to the end.
Oh, good save.
Yeah. She's trying to push the pace here.
Yeah, I like the pace. I like the sense of urgency. See the approach. The one hand,
There
nice.
you go.
You know, I guess because people are dominant-handed, sometimes left or right, they tilt in another direction. Obviously, she had to do a full 180 to get off the mat, so a little bit slow there. Like I would have, preferred if she had taken the opposite hand off, right, and been in the right direction. But regardless, she's looking so smooth.
You can't think of everything always.
Oh!
Hit the tramp with bent knees.
That has
really.
to be the ninja killer today.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see the stats after this round
I
and see if
agree.
anything has changed. And you know what? Actually, that's a good point. I think the steps are going to slowly fade out as the Ninja Killer as we get further in the day, and I think it's going to be something else, perhaps maybe the Tramp.
Yeah. In the first block, Carl, actually the steps were the #1 Ninja Killer.
Really? Wow.
16 fails in the first. Yep, #1 Ninja Killer.
Amy Patel here.
I think like we discussed, or you guys discussed too.
Whoa! Oh, she's good.
She got it. I think she's good.
She's good. Awesome.
Okay.
Good.
Nice grab. She seems very hesitant. She seems, not very confident about her approach to these obstacles, which I don't like to see. Oh, man. So that mat moves.
Justin, I'm going to bow out.
All right, man.
I will
Great
see
to
you
have you
later
here.
on.
Yep.
I'll see you in a
You
little
guys
while.
keep up the great work. You're doing great.
You bet.
Can't wait to get read that book too. I'm
That's
looking
right.
forward to that.
That's
Looking forward
right.
to that.
Be a lot of fun. Okay. Our next runner, Kristen Taylor, out of the Chicago market.
Ninja out of Chicago. Again, so many ninjas flying out to Chicago. Now living in Chicago, running these ninja gyms. Interesting to see how many more ninjas are going to start popping up out of Chicago because of that. And perhaps this could be one that, I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe she's a super strong ninja. Hopefully. Taking a little bit of time to figure some things out here on the course.
Right.
Chris, what's new with you?
Well, the big deal in my life is clearly the publishing of The Heart of a Ninja.
The new book, The
new
Heart of a
book.
Ninja.
Actually, the first ninja book, really, that's out there.
I love it.
It's all about my 3 years of training as a ninja, and then really 12 of the key traits that I've identified that in both in my experience and that I've learned from other ninjas that pretty much are the life of a ninja, and how much they apply to life. And then at the back end of the book, feature 14 other ninjas, over 40 if they're women and over 50 if they're men, that have been on the course. And it's just fun to hear their stories and learn from them and be encouraged by those that are getting up in age that are still out there playing and moving.
That's awesome. That sounds so cool. So tell us what can you tell us what the three things are?
As far as the 12 traits go?
Yeah.
The
Oh, did you say 12 traits?
12 traits.
Oh, I thought you said 3. Okay.
The 12
yeah,
traits are actually blocked into 3 different groupings. And of the 3 different groupings, one is obstacles, a bunch of different lessons about obstacles. Like, obstacles are always different. Ninjas love to face obstacles in contrast to many of the way that we approach it. The middle one is all about the environment that you sink yourself into. And then the third one is all about being in a constant learning mode. Here's Kristen as she takes off. So Amazon.com, The Heart of a Ninja.
Nice, flying through.
Looking good, Kristen. Looking good.
Beautiful. Yeah, so real quick, Amazon.com, The Heart of a Ninja. Check out Chris's book. Sounds very cool, man. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun for anybody that's can't get enough ninja.
Cool. And so here goes Kristen.
Kristen's
She's
looking
looking
good.
strong. Yep. Good pace here.
She's pushing it. This is good.
Right into it. No hesitation. I love it. Yes,
Good.
right up.
He's moving.
Running off the mat.
He's moving. At 52 seconds to go here. On a good pace.
We go. Clear.
Okay, let's see what Kristen's approach is here. She's eyeing the bar, trying to determine what she wants to do. Using time from a time limitation for the course here.
Nice.
She's
Wow, went
nice
into
move.
it.
Nice move.
That
Here
is
we
a
go.
ninja that
Into the
trusts.
spider.
Oh,
Nice. Stick it. A fantastic move.
Surprising,
in,
honestly, because
but not able to stick it. She's
it seemed
holding her
like-
hip.
yeah,
She's holding her hip.
which is all right. Maybe that's why she didn't get the spider. Maybe
That could be.
maybe she hurt herself on the tramp jump. No, she's
could be.
okay. She's giving us the okay sign.
But she is taking a little rest
That
here.
little hip cramp from opening up too quick on that jump spider.
Getting some help.
Y'all make sure you
Fellow
drink a lot
ninjas.
of water.
Good run, Kristen.
Well done.
Kristen was our 42nd competitor woman for today.
All right,
Another
guys, here we go.
very strong female competitor coming up, Olga. Olga's a
If you have
beast.
ran already, you need to exit this warm-up area. So people like James McGrath, who ran this morning, exit the area. Anybody who's already ran before needs to exit this area over here. We have competitors trying to warm up. You need to exit this area if you've already ran.
2016.
You have already ran and need to exit over here. So the only people should be. Yeah. Here's what we got over here.
All right, so now Olga starting on the platform, getting a little bit iced here, figuring things out. Okay, so now we have the leaderboard. Tiana Weberly, followed by Rachel,
guys.
Beth. It really hasn't changed much.
Not
Megan,
recently.
Stephanie, Kelsey,
Kristen's come in 7th.
Kristen jumped in there. There we go. And then Jessica Bernard takes the 8th.
So that counts.
So we're looking for our first woman finisher to be able to compete tomorrow in stage 2 and stage 3 potentially. In Ninja Warrior, you're very familiar with being iced while you stand there on the starting line,
All too familiar.
waiting for the go. And today there hasn't been much waiting at all once you get to the
No.
start line.
I gotta say, you know, the production here is terrific. There's very little icing going on. On the show, you know, they have cameras everywhere. They have lighting. They have studio audience to deal with. You know, all the things that go into making a TV show, a huge production. So it's not uncommon for you to be starting at the platform for quite a while, waiting for everything to get situated. And then they kind of seam that all together. And, you know, it's nice that that's still part of the experience when we do it, so that when we get to the show, those that get the chance to try it already have kind of been through it, right? You already know what it's like. It's not a big deal. My first time, season 4, I had no idea what that was like.
Right.
And I was just standing up there forever, sweating it out, you know? A little experience ahead of time might have gone a long way.
Coaches, are we ready?
The experience really does pay
Course
off.
is set. Clock is set.
Here we go. Olga getting ready to attack this course.
To see what she can do.
Right.
She's ready. She wants to know, can I go or what?
Ready.
Here we go.
We're good.
Here we go. Quickly through the steps. Nice conservative approach, staying very low on the steps, keeping the distance short. Up to the bar. Going for the bazooka here. Got it.
Grab.
Nice pump down. Good. Finish it with a good lâché. Nice movement. Oh, there she's pushing it now. That soft black pad, I'm sure you'd like a nice solid platform if you could have it.
Actually, yeah.
Here
It's
we go.
funny to walk across
Okay.
different surfaces.
Clear.
Especially when you're not expecting it. It just throws another little thing your way.
Right.
A little mental kind of trip. When you're trying to focus, you're like, what is that? Wait, I
Exactly.
wasn't expecting that.
Clear.
Here we go. We are at the 47-second mark as she reaches the lâché.
Oh, right.
Quick
Oh,
bounce and
no!
falls over.
Oh,
Her knees buckle
man.
and she just falls forward.
I wish we would have seen her be a little more conservative there. I love that she knew that she was strong enough to do it, right? And I know if she got a second chance, she probably would have. But that was a risky move. So she was going right from the first swing right into the tramp, and then she was going to go into the second bar. Very risky maneuver, but props for trying it.
And she knew that the clock was winding down, so.
All right, here we go.
This is a course that pushes you.
It's good. Clock is good
You
to go.
have to keep going.
Our next competitor, Thad Roback. Thad's a very strong competitor from the show. Known him for years, seen him training. Very strong. We could see a really good run here. Whoa!
There's our first. There's our first, I believe.
People have done that.
That takes a lot
to the bazooka.
courage to be the first ninja to successfully get that where others have failed. He knew he could do it. Great technique there.
He's looking
Beautiful
great.
landing. Yep.
Look at that hustle. He's a speed guy, right? This is a race car driver, right?
No, he's not. I don't know if he race car drives. I don't think that's it, but could be wrong about that. But he's just good. He's just strong, man. He's just strong, fast ninja.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Ooh, nice move. He is moving at a good pace. He just crossed the minute mark just a moment ago.
Wow, a full obstacle ahead of where most people are at the minute mark.
He is at the 50-second mark as he completes the balance rolling log, spinning log.
Great time here. Clear.
Right up.
What? Unbelievable. He's got 41 seconds.
If he's able to keep this pace, he could be in top 3.
He could.
He's got to just go, go, go.
To the flying squirrel.
Let's see what happens here on the flying squirrel.
Very nice grab there. Great swing technique. And he's going to go now.
Got
Beautiful.
it. He's got 25 seconds to go.
I think he's going to go one pump and go. So this should be the dismount,
Here we go.
I think. Get it.
Easy.
Yes.
Got it. Woo! Great job for Thad.
121.51. 121.51. Really nice. And that puts him in second. There you go. So now the
Finisher
new
number
leaderboard.
30.
Jonathan Alexis, Thad Roback, Joe Capo, all separated by 4 seconds. Still a 4-second gap. And then Colton Sieber, number 4. Jamie Ron is in 5th. Jake Baker, 6th. Thomas Stillings still hanging in here at 7th. And James McGrath bumped down to 8th for now.
Up next, course is reset.
But you see everybody closing in. They're going to just be bumping elbows in this race to the finish.
The remaining rounds, as well as the finish of this one, are just going to be so much fun.
Clear. Nice job.
She's got good movement through. Good flow so far.
Very nice.
Oh! Missed the tramp jump up to the bar.
So I think she jumped on the end of the tumble track. For those not familiar with a tumble track, the end of it is not springy. It's kind of floppy. So, you can bounce your way down the tumble track. It's nice and taut. Everything's good. If you try to use the very end of it, you get very little push. So that could have been what happened there.
Charity LeBlanc is our 46th woman, and she is number 67 for this block of 80 that we're in the middle of right now. Through the first obstacle, up to the second, onto the bar, and
definitely style points for the hair. Look how long that hair is, and she keeps it flowing. It's not like in a tie or anything.
A braid or something, yeah.
Good.
Nice, beautiful.
Good dismount, up to the zip trip. Here we go.
Here's the zip. Okay, being a little cautious here. Getting moving. Oh, the one hand. There we go. Nice.
She's there.
Clear.
Well done.
She is there. Oh, losing our feet a little bit.
Good.
Here we go. 40 seconds left.
A little choppy here.
40 seconds left.
Clear.
So she is down to 30 seconds as she approaches the Lachey bar.
A lot of time thinking about this. I think this is one of the obstacles that probably got in her head before she came out here.
Here we go.
Wait.
Oh.
Good try.
She hit a bit forward and
she lacheyed too far. She hit the edge of the tramp.
It's tricky.
No good. But that was a good run. She definitely looks strong. Strong competitor.
We have another female coming up immediately.
Clock is ready.
Deborah
Competitor,
Buford.
are you ready? Let's go.
Our 68th
Ready to
runner.
go. I think she's rocking the NOLA Muscle Park shirt.
Oh!
Out
Misses
on
her steps. Like we said, a different setup of steps.
Joey
Different than
DeSocio,
many of these ninjas are accustomed to.
ATL native.
Joey DeSocio? Socio?
There he is. And then coming up next, after Joey, is going to be Daniel Gill.
Clock is reset.
One of
Force is reset.
the picks for me for going all the way today. Very fast ninja. Let's see how Joey does. Great flow.
Clear.
Nice.
Nice
Looking
jump
good.
to the
Looking
lache
controlled.
bar. Yep. Down the bazooka.
Oh, extra
Yeah.
swing.
Yeah.
Clear. Zip line.
Little caught up.
It is
Flying right here.
amazing what those extra swings are costing you when it comes to time and how they add up.
Yep.
Zip line it down here.
I actually really like that that's part of the sport here. You know, if you could take extra swings all the time, you
Yeah.
could always take a breath.
Right.
That's honestly, selfishly, that's less fun.
Yeah, right,
That's
right.
less fun for me to watch. You know, I want people to push it. I want people to be, and I want it to be able to get broken down like this analytically, this specific.
Right.
Where you really need to, because then you know you really have a mastery of the skills.
Yeah.
Right.
When you can push yourself. So.
Yeah.
And lock it in at all times. Not need the extra swing or the extra break or whatever.
Speed is a whole different world, and when you think of strength, the ability to stay off of
Beautiful.
obstacles. He's moving along well.
30
seconds.
Go. Clear.
He's got the capacity.
Plenty of time to clear.
30 seconds left.
Here we go.
Do it. 20 seconds. Up and in.
One more kick. Here we
Lots of
go.
Swings, but that's okay because he
14 seconds.
Nice try.
He's got
Nice.
14. He's got 12. He's got
saved
one.
up enough time to do it.
Here we go. He's gonna need to dismount soon. Next one. He's got to go.
This one, he's got to go.
Got to go. Easy. Easy. Joey finishes and becomes finisher number 31.
Very nice run. Getting hugs from
Great
the
job,
crew.
great job.
Here comes Daniel.
Everybody having fun over there.
Take it off the floor, y'all. Take it off the floor. I don't care if you do it. You come to this gym all the time. Get out of the way.
Here comes Daniel.
Coaches, I feel betrayed.
The list of the competitors that are out here
Amazing.
is just so much fun. Just going through and looking at the list. And we haven't even gotten to the third block,
Yeah.
which, because of the way that the blocks are structured, it's pretty much based on performance during the year as a whole.
So
and we have
technically our strongest athletes. are the
another
block.
little guest, somebody that that Justin knows relatively well, has joined us for a moment.
It's true, Daniel Gill.
No, looking from right behind you, breathing
we got
down your
somebody new.
neck.
Oh,
Mike Bernardo is here. Want to
in the
join us a
studio.
minute, Mike? As we
Come
see,
on in.
As we see Daniel.
Say hello, Mike.
I've only come to admire Daniel's hair and youth and vigor temporarily. I'm going to go in a closet and cry about how old and not beautifully haired and vigorous I am.
Mike.
Do well, Daniel. Do well.
Dude, you had a great run before, Mike. How did you feel on the course?
It was good enough for government work.
All right. As Mike exits the studio, he is always good for a show. The always entertaining Mike Bernardo. So
Well,
back to
We're
Daniel
icing
Gill.
Daniel here a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. He's used to it.
Yep.
So I remember going back to testing again. So I would test in Vegas for those listening. You know, before ninjas get to run the course, we have testers go out. If you fail somewhere in the season or for some reason you don't get selected, they have testers run through the course. Sometimes they're paid testers like from ATS, or sometimes, again, they're like guys from the show that went out earlier in the year, and we get to just have some fun. So season 6, I think it was, I remember, Daniel wasn't old enough to compete, but we had him out as a tester, and I had never seen him before. And production had eyes on him already. Like, people already knew about him, I guess, because of his local training with Sam San. And he obviously showed himself to be a beast. And he came out that time of testing And, you know, from out of nowhere, I didn't know who this guy was. He just started crushing these obstacles all over the place. And now he's he's one of the main guys on the show. We know Daniel Gill to be one of the strongest competitors. It looks like we're getting ready to get him started, hopefully. I hear some claps. All right, resetting some obstacles.
Always ready.
Again, a level of professionalism here with like resetting the obstacles. So you can see there's a guy in the background right now. You can see blue shirt. He just wiped down the PVC that you grab. Oh,
Here we go.
Daniel, look at him. He is so speedy.
I think Daniel's like the fastest speed here.
Conservative on that, which I appreciate. You don't want to go out on the second obstacle. You can make up the time here, which he is, you know, kind of sprinting through here.
Nice
Get those
speed.
cameras ready for this photo op of this hair flying through.
Here we go.
Nice one on.
Nice stick.
Yeah,
Didn't even
beautiful.
go down. Onto the mat and stayed on his
Flying
feet.
through, smile on his face.
We're at a minute 10.
great.
Where a number of ninjas been at a minute.
Watch the mat.
Here's Daniel.
One
Straight up on
into
the
it.
mountain.
Yeah.
Stick.
Nice.
Straighten it up on the hands here. Clear.
There we
All
go.
Through. He's gotta
Looking
get
good.
down. Clear.
You can tell it's a tricky obstacle. You can tell if you look
Comes
closely.
balance.
We'll see
Easily
other ninjas
balance.
do it. There's kind of a double pump going for that bar.
50 seconds, Justin. We're at 50
Go.
seconds.
That's where our current leader was at. Actually, that's where John Alexis was at.
Here we go. 40 seconds. He approached the flying squirrel. Here we go. Here's the first
Big
catch.
swing. Very nice.
And here's the second catch. Second jump. And he's there.
All right, that's going to be, I think, our new first.
I think it might be.
We'll see the leaderboard in a sec.
114
There it is, our new first.
by 4 more seconds.
By 4 seconds. That's incredible. So then the question is, how fast can somebody beat this course? What's going to be the fastest time for today?
We have a couple of people still coming in the next wave that like speed.
I mean, people were struggling. Remember, in the beginning of the day, people were timing out on the last obstacle. And here, we have people clearing the entire course. Now, Daniel Gill, 1 minute and 18 seconds. You got to imagine with all the strong competitors that are left, all the beta that they're going to be taking in, that they're going to be able to do even better than that. I think we could see, dare I say, a sub 1 minute time. I don't know. 18 seconds is a lot to take off.
It is a lot to take off on this course. But I agree with you. I think we're going to see a record even faster than Daniel.
What do you think is the best time? Went off the front edge of it.
With Daniel knowing that he could get the lead at his pace, and he looked smooth, but not necessarily pushing it to have the fastest time.
Remember, he took an extra swing on the second obstacle.
Yeah.
And I think that was about it. I think it was the only time that there was any kind of slowness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out whether I think that somebody could really and want to actually push it to 110.
Right. So the questions are,
Let's go.
are there ninjas that are going to push it to try to get faster? Can they push it?
Yes.
Where can they be more efficient, right?
Right.
Now here's Malia Ochsner. I've seen her out at local comps. She's definitely a strong ninja. You see that 90-degree lock off. I don't know that that's helpful in this scenario.
On this
but she's
obstacle,
making it through.
But she's looking good. Yeah, I agree with you. You've got.
Whoa! Wrong side of the mat.
Looks like she's okay, but a very awkward fall coming off.
DQ because it's the wrong side of the mat. Had she simply fallen to the other side, to her left instead of her right, she would have been clear.
She would have. She would have. So we clearly have ninjas coming up in the next block that have the capacity to go faster. The question is, what's the real value in going faster, other than going faster probably gives you the latest run tomorrow in stage 2?
Right, that's just
and
about
is it important? You know, if you know,
that is somewhat important, not only for the placing, but for because it'll help you with your beta. So the further you are, you get to watch other strong competitors lay out the course, show the best techniques, right? But also a little bit of a mental factor, just knowing if you are the fastest going into it and you're going to run last, that's just a little bit more encouragement for you on the course. So the psychological factor, and vice versa, right? If you just barely smash the buzzer and you're going to be the first person to go on stage 2, you're mentally going to be a little bit more shaken for sure than the person who goes 10th or 20th or whatever. So so then on a micro level, the top 5-10 placers for today, even if they're only separated for 10 seconds, there's a little bit of a mental game there, right? And then the strongest competitors, if they're not going before you, you don't get to see how the strongest competitors are doing this course.
So the real question to me is, how important is it to be number 1? Because we're probably going to have, I mean, we're at a pace right now of 40 to 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Alex goes down there again on the tramp. I'm going to be very curious to see the number of people that have gone down on that tramp.
Yeah,
but if you have 60, is it fine to come in the top 10 because you're going to still see 50 people run in front of you?
Right.
It wouldn't be those last 9 that would be potentially the best ninjas to learn from.
If I could choose, I would say that I would be fine with that. I would hedge a little bit of risk and not go for number 1 and easily accept 10, 15, 20.
Right.
For sure.
Yep.
Speed up.
Now, if this was Ninja versus Ninja,
then you have no choice.
There's no choice. You
Ninja
are just
versus
all
Ninja.
out.
You're booking.
Going up to that.
Here we go. Nice quick move. Oh, he's moving quickly up the steps. Charles is looking good. Got the chalk on the pants for later on the course here.
Very nice.
Going around the corner now.
It's funny because we've seen that a few times, but you really don't need it.
Well, I was trying to just envision where it is that people are actually using it.
Maybe right here, right before you grab the bar, but let's see if he does it. No, probably not.
I almost wonder if it's a psychological, I know I'm ready for anything that would come my way.
There, just in case, yeah.
Oh, there's a little hitch there. Okay.
Being extra cautious.
Yeah. Checking, and we're at the 38-second mark here
that's
left.
not
so
good for his time. I mean, we've had
far as
people at the top of the warp tour.
Oh! Able to touch both sides, but not hold it.
V2 opening up too soon. We'll catch
Good run, Charles.
Good effort. Definitely strong effort.
Nice try.
We are down to about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 6 runners before we finish off this block.
Clock is reset. Johnny, are you ready, sir? Talking American flag shorts. Okay, here we go.
Johnny Wilder. Rocking the patriotic pants. The
Here we
shorts.
go.
Nice little move there.
A little split step.
Oh, that was a
technique to
quick.
jump up.
That was a quick one.
Clear.
Yeah, looking smooth.
Nice landing with his feet facing forward to be able to just continue on.
Nice technique through here. And interesting that competitors are now using the lower platform to grab the ring. And there wasn't a rule on that to start the competition. And we had a tall competitor early on do that
Through the window.
and almost got flagged on it. And then the determination was that it was legal. So another...
Oh, nice smooth.
Wow, look at that.
Nice, very nice smooth. We're at the 57-second mark. He's got a very good time. He's got a very good time. Two steps across, maybe 3.
Looking really confident here.
He is sitting here at 44
Very
seconds
quick
to go.
muscle up, slid down that pole in a second, no problem.
Looking
Got
great.
almost 40 seconds left. This should be no problem for him.
Here we go.
So look at that. One swing and go. I love it.
Wow. Oh, had he gone that time, he might have had the fastest time.
Beautiful.
1:15.
Could that be our fastest time? I forget. No, but it's right up there. Number 2. Look at that.
Wow.
Less than a second behind Daniel Gill. Yeah, if he would have not pumped that last time, that would have been the fastest time.
It would have been a great run.
But there you go. Now, number 1 and 2 are less than a second separated. And now, here we have Kevin Carbone.
Let's go.
Kevin is the Ninja Maker. This last season on A&W, prior to the season starting, you were able to submit a obstacle to American Ninja Warrior, and they would potentially select your obstacle to have on the show, and Kevin's was selected, and that's the wing nuts. For those that don't know, I'm sure you've seen the wing nuts in various gyms, including here at Quest. There are wing nuts, not in this stage, but I have a good feeling it's probably going to be in stage 2 or 3. The wing nuts were designed by Kevin and submitted to the show. And here you go in this shot, you can see the wing nuts in the background. And not only a designer, but a really strong competitor. He's been doing really well this year.
I think Isaac is coming in.
He did very well on the show as well. Nice. Look at that. Flying right through.
He is flying. He's at the 53-second mark.
Yeah, sit down.
Here we go.
They'll cue you in.
Here we
No
go.
hesitation there. Not much.
He's
Right into the
flying.
warped wall.
45 seconds. 45 seconds. He's got plenty of time. 37
Taking
seconds
an
as he
extra second
approaches
there.
the tramp.
Nice
big
technique.
kick.
So the way
He also is going one. Here we go. Get that extra
Nice.
kick. And
push.
another great job.
Wow,
Once again, he's right there.
116.65.
He's right there.
So now our top 3 place finishers are separated by less than 2 seconds, or just over 2 seconds. Here we go.
Wow. Look at
getting
those
interesting.
finishers. Daniel, Johnny, Kevin, and Jonathan Alexis.
And then Thad Roback is 5th. Joe Capo now bumped down to 6th. Awesome job.
As we get-
Yancy Cazada is now in the starting block.
As we get ready for Yancey to run, we have another guest that's joining us right now. Isaac Caldiero has joined us. So, Isaac, great to have you join us here.
Oh, man, happy to be
up
here.
in the booth.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So what do you think of this comp so far?
This is very, very cool. I mean, it's just the whole environment. Everyone here is just having a good time. Very different than the competitive ninja scene that I'm used to, being on the show.
Yeah.
Very more relaxed, and yeah, it's a cool environment.
Nice,
People
right?
are
And
psyched.
also, I was saying earlier, like next level professionalism. Like I don't know if you noticed, but people are getting up every single time there's a reset. They wipe down that PVC pipe every single time. We don't get that courtesy on the show.
No.
They leave it as is.
Yeah.
Like they'll reset the obstacle, but they're not wiping it for you.
The fastest, most courteous reset I've ever seen. Like, I'm blown away how fast they're passing through people and just
Don't
very
blink,
efficient.
right? You
Right.
blink and you're going to miss somebody.
Yeah.
It has
Incredible.
been fun.
Here comes the leaderboard again. Daniel Gale is still holding out first. Johnny Wilder on number 2. Kevin Carbone. Those guys separated by about 2 seconds. John Alexis, Thad Robeck, Joe Capo, Colton Sieber, and Jamie Ron is now in 8th. And Yancy Gazada's up. Yancy's a very strong athlete. Started training at, I shouldn't say training, he's been training all over the place, but he started working at a gymnastics gym and ran the Ninja Warrior program there for a while. Then went up and started working at Drew Jessel's gym. And yeah, just a very strong competitor. He can be fast. He definitely has speed. He's not necessarily known for speed, but he is a very strong competitor. So we could have another clear here for sure.
Course is set.
Here we go. Thumbs are up.
Let's go.
Yancey's set to go. As Yancey moves through these first obstacles. So Isaac, it's great to see you out on the course again. Tell us briefly what you've been up to these days.
Just a lot of rock climbing and relaxing and doing other things that I did before ninja.
Whoa!
Take a little parkour roll.
Parkour roll there.
Sticking to my roots, but still just kind of trying to dabble back into the sport a little bit and having fun with it. It's something I think about every day and that I miss, and that I have a passion, obviously, to do what I did, and to involve myself into it. But I just had to step away from it for a little while, and yeah, I'm slowly getting more and more of the bug, and it's good. I'm just happy to be here.
It's
awesome.
It's just so much fun to be out and just testing yourself on the creative obstacles that these gym owners continue to create.
Good.
It's really been something else.
Yeah, the way the sport's growing is it's something I've always been attracted to about ninja, the sport of it, not so much the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's where it's all started.
Right,
and
right.
You gotta respect that, which is awesome, and I still like that. But this is very, very cool. We have some of the best athletes from all over the country here. So many people I've never even heard of, and it's just phenomenal.
Who are these people,
They're
right?
So strong. It's
25.
Yancy now coming to the finish. He's taking a look at the clock.
23 seconds.
He's got enough time for sure.
Yep.
He's just got to be efficient here.
Oh!
Wow.
Come on, Yancey.
A
Come
little
on.
wacky. So now he's
Now he's down to
extra
14
swing.
seconds.
Shea, man.
It's
Come
going to
on.
be tight. Come on. Gotta go. Gotta
Really
go.
got to get some
Gotta
strength.
kick.
Man.
Gotta kick.
He's
He's
got
got
it.
Come on, go, 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 go.
Oh, he's still got 3 seconds. Go, go.
Go, go, go.
He's there.
Oh!
He's in.
Oh,
Great job, Yancey. Alex comforting him there on the end.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
That second and a half, he was fine.
He was fine.
Amazing.
Enough to create a lot of excitement for the rest of us, that's for sure.
Incredible job.
Wow. Wow.
Everything's clear.
Very nice. Next competitor,
Wow.
Jonathan Cooley. He looks really tall.
Jonathan Cooley is a great competitor out of Train Yard in Illinois.
Oh, wow.
He actually just won a comp that I was at 2 weeks ago. I think he won it. I'm pretty sure. It was the top 3 at least, but I think he actually won it. He is a great competitor as well.
Keep those feet up.
That was finisher number 35 for Yancey being
So we only have like 3 more competitors left
3 more. Jonathan's running, and then a woman, 2 women. And we'll be done with the second block.
Now, that's crazy. We've had almost 40 finishers already, and just through the second block, we've got a lot of really good competitors coming up in the third wave as well.
We do. Yeah, actually, we were projecting how many finishers there may be. My first guess was 40, and then we did a readjust after the first, say, 30 runners. It was like, wow, based on what's happening.
What do you say, Isaac? What's the number?
What's the number before I tell you what mine is?
In total, by the end of the day, I would say at least 52 people.
52.
Yeah, that's my
All right, I can tell you, Jeff said 54.
And I said 60.
You said 60.
There we go.
I haven't picked a number yet.
Yeah, Justin's not willing
I'm hanging
to...
back.
Come on,
I'm getting
man.
your guys'
Come
beta
on.
on the numbers.
Oh,
Squeaking through.
Okay, here we go.
Very cool.
32 seconds. There's still plenty of time for Jonathan to finish this.
Yeah.
Feet over clear.
Plenty of time.
Clear.
Here we go.
21 seconds.
There we go,
So,
Jonathan.
not enough time to break.
Swing forward
He's
and
really
back,
got to
take a
keep
lot of
moving.
time.
Yeah, if he's going to be really tight. Come on, Jonathan. Yeah.
Nice.
He's got to do
Again,
it.
a
80
long
seconds. Got to
competitor.
be a big
You can
kick,
do it.
Jonathan. This one, you got to go. You got to go.
Come on.
Gotta
Go now.
Yeah. Great job, Jonathan. Great
Nice
job.
job.
Another finisher.
Incredible.
There we go.
Number 36. Number 36.
How many people are in the last wave?
Last wave was going to be 77. So it's pretty comparable to the earlier 2 waves. And
Clock is reset.
pretty much a third, and then what they've done is they've stacked the waves based on how they performed during the year. And so it's this Louisa Washburn running. Here we go. Last 2 runners. Oh,
what happened there?
We've talked about how on these steps, one is the angle is more severe than most ninja comps, and not only that, the inability to use your hands.
Yeah.
You know, whether you need them significantly, so many people are just used to touching,
right,
a little,
here we go. Last
little
one
comfort,
for this block,
and
I
so many of the
believe.
women have had a really hard time with that angle.
You got to train to tic tac through those as fast as possible. There's no pausing on it with that angle. There's no forgetting.
It is.
on those
Speed is of the essence. Now, it's funny, I say speed is of the essence. However, we've seen some people just step across it and stick it, and then walk those last couple.
Well, that's the only way you can slow down, though. If you're not totally perched like that,
Exactly.
and that's a little
Especially
risky
with no
too.
hands to slow down, right?
Right, yeah, and that's a little risky too because not only do you have to settle yourself into that position, but then you got to kick back out of it. And that's props to the people that have done it.
It is something else. Okay, Jen is our last runner for this wave. Jen Clausen. There we go.
Same
Another
place,
one
that same
taken
part
out
of that
with
step.
the hand.
It's right where it starts to get steep, as you can see. That's the tough part.
Well,
All
that is going to wrap us up for this second round, the second block that we've done. Isaac, any parting words? Thanks for joining us.
No, just happy to be here and glad everyone's here and psyched to have me here and psyched for everyone to be
This is all because of them and the amazing job that they've done. Shout out to Quest, too. I mean, this amazing gym. And hopefully you guys will tune back in, and we'll see you with the next wave.
Wow, Justin, 36 finishers so far.
36.
We can't wait for block 3.
And Isaac's on his way out. Thanks, Isaac.
Hope to see you guys. Join us for block 3 coming up in a couple hours.
See you guys in a little while.
Bye-bye.
Competitors can't have you on the course. We got to save it for later. We got a lot of folks still to run. We don't want to mess up anything for the other guys that are in here. So please make your way out the door. Thanks, guys. Y'all are doing great today. A lot of clears. We're going to have a great day tomorrow. Rest up for the next block at 5:30. 5:30 at block 3. Block 3, 5:30.
That last beep is when you're going to begin. Thanks to NinjaWorks. Check them out.
Okay, it's time forward with our buzzer and the activating of lights. They got the beeping noises. This is full-on official NinjaWorks, the ultimate in ninja timing systems.
If you're a Ninja Warrior gym owner, I highly recommend you check out the NinjaWorks system. Go to ninjaworks.com, the ultimate in ninja timing system.
I think it's one of the best things that a gym could purchase as far as like giving the consumer the real experience for Ninja Warrior. There really is nothing else like it on the market, and nobody else does it better than NinjaWorks.
If you got a gym and you want to set yourself up with some of the most legit stuff like the show, you got to hit up NinjaWorks.
Definitely a must for any ninja gym if you want to be a serious ninja gym.